College football fans, the championship is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook is making sure you can throw down on the epic showdown for a shot at big bucks. New customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on the championship game. Download the app now and use code Shannon. New customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on college football. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, route runner extraordinaire, Bengals legend, Ring of Famer, the great Liberty City native, Chad, Ochocinco Johnson. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Guys, you've been doing us an unbelievable favor by hitting that subscribe button. We're now a tick under 700,000 subs in less than 3 months. So continue to do that. We greatly appreciate it. And please make sure y'all subscribe through the Nightcap podcast feed. You can also do so through the Club Shay Shay podcast feed. We love to have you in both feeds, but you can get it through the Nightcap feed. Make sure you go, check this out. You've emptied me out of stock of Laportier. And so the last 2 nights that we've been on, we've put Ocho cigars up there. So do us a favor. We pinned Ocho's cigar at the top of the chat. Buy him out again. Don't let him have nothing. Empty the shelves. I don't want him to have no cigars. So we really appreciate that, guys. You've shown us so much love and support in the 3 months that we've had Nightcap. Well, we've had a channel for 3 months. We've been on for 4 months. But you've shown us so much love. We've grown so fast. We greatly, greatly appreciated that because without you, we're nothing. We're just 2 guys up here talking. And that wouldn't go very well. But because you've shown us so much support and love, we've grown at an exponential rate. So we greatly, greatly appreciate that. Ocho, let's get right into it. Yeah. The Bills defeat the Dolphins 21-14. The Bills pick off Tua to escape with a 21-14 win. The Bills win the East for the 4th consecutive year. They clinch the number 2 seed and will host the Steelers in the wild card game next Sunday. Because the Miami Dolphins lost, they will now be the 6th seed and travel to Kansas City on Saturday. Josh Allen, 30 of 38, 359, 2 touchdowns, 2 horrible picks and an interception, but nevertheless, they were able to overcome those mistakes. Yeah. Tua, 17 of 27, 173, a touchdown and a pick. I want to know, hey, Tua, you still got those receipts? Because I got mine. I got mine right here, Ocho. I got my receipt right here.
I knew you were going there.
Ocho, I got my receipts right here. Ocho, I got a lot of receipts. Hold on, Ocho. Yeah. I got all these receipts. Got them all. I kept them all.
Yeah.
I kept them all, Ocho.
Yeah.
I got all these receipts. I'm like CVS. You know, CVS, you go buy one thing, some Q-tips, and you get a thing that come all the way out the door. That's me. I got all these receipts. Hold on. I got some more receipts for. Hey, Tua, you see, all you had to do was just go play. Right. Oh, I keep receipts. They say you're nothing without Tyreek. You're nothing without this. Okay, you had the game on your home field. All you had to do was win. I want to know you got to receipt. I want to hear what he got to say. I hate. A part of me hates that you and I are doing this live because I can't hear what he wants to. What he's gonna say.
Right.
But go ahead, Ocho. I'm gonna let you take it. I still got some more. Go ahead.
I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna say this. Obviously, you already know. You played in divisions. You understand. You played 3 teams that are very familiar with you. You played 3 teams that know all your tendencies. You play against 3 teams that know exactly what you're gonna do, even though you change the formations up. And when you play them, you kind of do the same things with a wrinkle or 2 and a wrinkle or there, or 2 or 3 plays that are different than what you normally do.
Correct.
That interception that just happened, they knew that was coming.
Yeah.
They knew that was coming based on formation recognition. And you see it, how he jumped to the goddamn corner route and you beating the goddamn ball to the goddamn receiver.
Right.
How you beating the receiver to the ball? Because it's something you've already seen over and over and over.
And because he has to throw with so much anticipation. For the simple fact he doesn't have a Josh Allen arm or Patrick Mahomes arm, a guy that can just drive the football. So they already know he's going to let the ball go. Right. So once I see that receiver start to get out that break, I'm gone, Ocho.
You out of there.
I ain't even worried about no double move. I ain't worried about him giving me an out nod and going to the post. That's the last thing on my mind. Because when I watch him from film study, we haven't seen that.
Right.
So why am I going to chase the ghost? That's what Alex Gibbs, rest his soul, our offensive line. So we're not going to chase ghosts.
Right.
We're going to go by what we see on tape. And if they give us a wrinkle, we'll come to the sideline. We'll address it then. But we're not chasing ghosts. We're not going to say they're going to do something in which we haven't seen them do.
Right.
So I haven't seen them run a double move off that formation.
Right.
In this area of the field, I haven't seen a double move.
Yeah.
So the minute, and guess what? They playing two, man. They under. Because where Tua going? Where you going, Ocho?
Got to go to the corner.
You got to go to the corner.
You got no choice. You got to take You got to take the one-on-one. It's the corner route. So what does the safety do? Sit there. I guarantee he didn't probably get out his motherfucking backpedal. He probably even backpedal.
No, because here's the thing, though, Ocho. The fact of the matter is, I got help underneath.
Right.
Because it's got to be a perfect throw.
Yeah.
Because when you play what we call cover 5 or 2 man, I got a corner inside that's underneath, and then I'm over the top.
Yeah.
And if you miss, and because he had drove so early on the route, you can hit the safety in the chest.
Stupid early. I mean, it doesn't make it any better. Obviously, the situation. You got a minute. I think it might have been a minute and 41 or whatever it might have been to get down the field. You don't have any timeouts.
None.
And you got to throw toward the sideline. So obviously that plays a key factor into, okay, I'm going to gamble. I'm going to sit a little bit because I know they got to get the ball and they got to get out of bounds. But other than that, man, listen, I would have hoped, I would have thought, obviously, because Josh Allen had 2 horrible interceptions. He was out there just playing the throw up tackle. He just
in the end zone.
He just letting them fly, and
he lost the fumble.
Yeah, that fumble too. You would think we would have gotten more points out of some of those turnovers. The Dolphins obviously weren't able to accomplish that. Again, I'm happy for Josh, especially with all the turnovers he's had this entire goddamn season. They would have made a goddamn buffet out of him if they had lost his game, obviously. And there would have been a lot of questions on his behalf as a quarterback.
Yeah, because again, he would have been smitten by the interception, by the turnovers.
Right.
And that's the knock on him. Nobody denies his talent. Right. He's big. He's 6'5", 250, 55 pounds. He can run. He's very difficult. He's a more athletic Ben Roethlisberger with a stronger arm. I'm not saying he's better than Ben, but if you look at him, big guy, mobile, agile, difficult to bring down. Right. He has a rocket arm. His arm is much more livelier than Big Ben.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the turnovers. He would be in the MVP discussion if he didn't have 20 damn turnovers.
Easily.
But because he has so many turnovers and they have directly attributed to some of those losses, it's hard for the voters, even though he has great stats. It's just hard to overcome that. I don't care how many touchdowns he has. When I look at the turnovers and they look at when he throws them or when he has those turnovers, Ocho, how do I overlook that as a voter? You can't. And again, Ocho, Tyreek had a critical job. He hit him on the numbers on the dead run. He hit him on the run, Ocho.
Yeah.
He hit him on the run. Now, he swore up and down. He got great hands. You get an opportunity to prove it. He got so upset with, I said, I'm not saying you're not a great receiver. Right. I said you're more of a body catcher than a hand catcher. That's okay. You get the job done. But you're not as fluid. Like I look at Devontae Adams as a hand catcher.
Right.
That's what I look at him as. That's not to say that Tyreek isn't great. I mean, running backs. Some guys have great speed. Some guys have great vision. Some guys have great change of direction.
Right.
But I'm just saying. And so when we evaluate a person, let's just say a defensive, a backer, edge rusher. Well, he has more bend. The other guy's more of a bull rush. He's more of an arm over. He's more of a rip. So, all I'm saying, I'm just giving you, different things that one guy does better than the other. Right. That's not to try to knock him, but you took it as a knock. Bro, you going to the Pro Bowl. You've been all pro. You're getting 1,500, 1,600 yards. So clearly you're doing something right. But when you evaluate, you take 2 cars. They're both luxury models. You have to like something about the one more than the other, Ocho.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
That's interesting. And that's the funny thing when you talk about the top receivers. I'm talking about the very top. I'm talking about the tier 1, the cream of the crop.
Yes.
The creme. They all get the job done the same way. They all get the job done, but they all skin the cat differently.
Right.
They all skin the cat differently, at the end of the day. And at times, you have to be critical of those players that are at the very top, because from the naked eye to the casual fan, they don't
Yes.
know what separates
Right.
each one. And
Right.
it's up to us to be able to say, well, these are the pros and cons for each person, even though they get the job done the
Right.
right way on Sundays.
Some are better route runners.
Yeah.
Some are better run after the catch. To each, hey, you getting the job done. But when we evaluate, I mean, it's like an evaluator. When you're evaluating the player and you decide, well, I'm going to take this guy over that guy. Okay, why did you take said guy over said guy? Well, we like the way he transitioned. We like the way he gets in and out of breaks. We like the separation. We like the change of direction. We like the way he high points the ball. He catches the ball well. That's all those things. Okay, as an edge rusher, what did you like? His first step is the first step is everything. His first 10, the way he can bend, the way he can change direction.
Right.
All those things go into it. And so as you and I'm an analyst and I'm looking at it, I'm trying to tell the fan that just, okay, catch and touch. Oh, he caught a pass or he scored a touchdown. Our job is to tell you why he got up and caught a pass, why he scored the touchdown. What did he do in that situation that allowed him to get open?
Right.
Why was he able to catch the ball in traffic? Why was he able to do certain things? You look at a Justin Jefferson, one of the three. I think he's only the third guy to ever have at least 1,000 yards in 10 or fewer games.
The man missed 7 games this year, man. The man missed 7 fucking games this year, man. Still got a goddamn 1,000.
Yes. And so when you look at Ocho, just look at the guys that went to the Pro Bowl. All of them are totally different. None of those guys are the same.
Yeah, most definitely.
None of those guys are the same. But they get the job done. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. But you know what? It might be a blessing in disguise because I think clearly to me, and I think to a lot of people that watch the game, study the game, Kansas City isn't the same Kansas City as what we're used to seeing, especially heading into the playoffs.
Right.
Mahomes has had a down year. The receivers haven't gotten it done. Offensive line, the penalties, the giving up of the sacks. Like I said, Mahomes hadn't got it done. So it's going to be very, very interesting because I think Miami, the thing that Miami can do because they are explosive, their defense has been hampered. You lose Jalen Phillips. You lose Bradley Chubb. Those are your pressure guys. Both of those guys, I think, had 95 pressures. Both of those guys are your sack guys.
Right.
So now you're kind of Van Ginkel, I think that's how you say his name, 43. He went out. I don't know if he came back in, but I know he got nicked and went out. Christian Wilkins is a monster. He's playing really, really well. Put pressure on the quarterback. He's great against the run, and he's a good interior lineman at pressuring the quarterback. But is that enough? But it just might be, given the offensive line that they're going to be facing next week, next Saturday night on Peacock. So I'm anxious to see that matchup, to see how it turns out, because I think this is the first time we can honestly say, since Patrick Mahomes has become the starter, that going into the playoffs, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't the favorite.
Yeah. So you're right. It probably is a blessing in disguise. Obviously, with the one thing when I think about the Chiefs defensively, and Ladarius Sneed matches up very well against Tyreek. I think he does some of the great job.
Well, they played him early, and I think they played him in Germany, or where they play?
Yeah, I think they might have been in Germany too, huh?
I think it was Germany.
It might have been the one that Ladarius Sneed,
and they jumped out to a 21-0 lead. They ended up holding on 21-14.
Yeah. And I think he's one of the few players I've seen that actually get up in Tyreek's face that chooses to challenge him and really not care. He plays very, very, very physical with Young Bull. He plays very physical with him, jump jamming, pressing, trying to do all he can to frustrate him. And I'm sure he's going to try to disrupt that timing in the offense again, because Tua is a timing thrower. He's a rhythm thrower.
Yes.
Timing of that offense. So I'm sure that's going to be an issue and a problem. So they're going to probably have to move Reek around and find some mismatches for him to get that team going offensively. I think Jalen Waddle will also be back.
Yeah. Will Mostert be back? They do have Achane back. So it's interesting to see, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Achane played when they was overseas. Obviously, Mostert was there.
He was out. His knee. He was out with the knee.
Chiefs like to play a lot of two-man. And I'm not really concerned You can play that coverage when you don't have a running quarterback. You would never play that that coverage against Lamar or Justin Fields or guys.
They got to turn their back. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about Tua. I play that coverage against Tua. I'm not worried about him going anywhere. And if he does, he's not going to get very far. So you play that coverage against quarterbacks that you don't think that can hurt you with their legs. So it's going to be interesting to see. The Chiefs defense has played outstanding all year long. They've been very good. I was happy to see Chris Jones get that sack and get that 1.25.
They saw the sideline, they were cutting up.
Yeah, man, they were happy for him. You a guy that plays like CJ does. You know he gives you everything he got every game. Yeah. And he had to take a little reduction, and they put it in the form of incentive. Well, that was supposed to be his money anyway. Yeah. That was supposed to be his money anyway.
But he had to hold out. They chose not to pay him, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He on the market.
He'll be a free agent. So it's gonna be. Are they gonna franchise him? I think because of him, I gotta sign. I gotta resign him. I got to.
I don't know.
I gotta resign him. Wait.
They like to play games. If you listen, why not sign him the first time? Why not sign him the first time this year when you know what you get? Why the man got to hold out all the way to goddamn training camp just to get his money, and you still don't get the job done? He has a hell of a season again to show you his worth and his value.
Pro Bowl, yeah.
So listen, if you don't want to sign him, let the man go. Let the man walk. Let him get what he deserves, because they're gonna open up. They're gonna back up the.
No, I can't let him go for nothing. I can't let him go for nothing.
All right, well, do what you need to do. The draft is coming up. You know,
all I'm saying, we in this relationship. Now, if you go over there with him, I ain't gonna pay no alimony. I ain't gonna pay no nothing. What you gonna do? If you want to be over there with him, if you want her, you got to take on all the responsibilities. Come along.
Well, listen. If you don't want me, how you gonna get mad and want something in return when it's time for me to go elsewhere?
No, I might not, but I don't want nobody else to have you.
See?
Yeah.
You
know that thing go, Ocho.
Yeah,
you know how it goes.
That's crazy. That's crazy how that works.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, I don't want you, but
I think they're gonna re-sign him. He's been too good. He's the only guy on that defense that you really fear, especially that front seven. He's the guy that if he singles up, he's going to hit your quarterback.
Yeah, every time.
He's the guy. Now, they got some great players, but their great players are reliant on him. He gets the double team and not everybody else. He's the one guy that when you drawing up, when we come in that meeting room on Wednesday, he's the guy that's circled. Yeah. If we don't stop him, we can't win this game. Right. We can't run our offense. We have to find a way to neutralize 95. So that's what the game plan is for Miami. Find a way to, where is he at? Identify where 95 is. Okay, we're going to go from there. Right. That's how you're going to do that. But congratulations, Buffalo Bills. Had an up and down season, but when they pushed all the chips to the middle of the table, Ocho, and you had to have it, you went on the road and you won in a hostile environment. Yeah. You won the division for the fourth consecutive time. And there's still those questions. The Dolphins have beat one team with a winning record in 2023. One. Yeah. One. Ocho, those are the facts. Yeah. I know you don't remember Dragnet. There was a guy named Joe Friday. And all the thing he would always say, just the facts, man. All that other stuff you talking, just give me the facts.
Wait, wasn't Dragnet like a detective commercial?
It was. Like Joe
Columbo.
Friday.
Just like Columbo. Yeah, I remember Dragnet.
Joe Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Dragnet. Okay.
Just the facts, man. That's what I just gave you. The Miami Dolphins have beat one team. That was the Dallas Cowboys that had a winning record. Right. And that was in week 16. So congratulations. Okay. Miami, you got a very short week. You play Sunday night and you got to get on the road, get on the plane, and you got to go to the Midwest. Don't know the weather. Kansas City, it's probably going to be cold. Mm-hmm. Probably going to be cold.
Probably in the 40s. That ain't bad though. Ain't bad. I like 40,
it all depends.
That's football.
Is it an afternoon game or is it a night game?
They
40 in the afternoon ain't gonna be 40 at night.
Right. Okay, let's say about 30. 30 ain't that bad. That's football weather.
You know what the temperature is right now?
Right, about 30.
2 degrees.
Where?
In Kansas City. In Kansas City.
Come on, man. I don't even get that cold.
2 degrees. Like that. And the hell you say?
You talking about 2 degrees because of the wind chill.
I'm talking about 2 degrees. I don't care what it's because. They say, oh man, Ocho, you know what they say, man? It's that that humidity. Is
Right.
that no, it don't matter. 120 degrees is 120 degrees. I don't care if it's no humidity, some humidity, dry heat, no heat. 120 is 120. Oh man, the wind, bro. After you get to a certain point, you just cold.
Yep.
Your body don't know the difference. You think your body know the difference between 0 degrees and -5?
No, absolutely.
No. You cold. At that point, you're cold.
Yeah.
So Aiden Play says, hey, Mr. Sharpe, what's wrong with the Dolphins? Is it injuries or just bad performing players or bad play calling? Well, look, everybody has injuries. Yeah, some teams have more injuries than others. Right. I mean, losing Bradley Chubb, who you paid a ton of money to get after the quarterback, losing Jalen Phillips, who you paid a ton of money to go there and get after the quarterback. That hurts. Yeah. Because now you're asking your back end to hold up a little longer because it's going to take you a little longer to get to the quarterback. Right. But it comes down to this. Your best players have to play their best when you need them to. And this was a game you needed your best players. Tua, you needed Tyreek, you needed those guys to play their best. Right. And that didn't happen. Tyreek had a touchdown. But Tua didn't have a good game. Tua was 17 of 27, 173, a touchdown and 2 picks. That's not enough. Given the type of season that Tyreek has had, you needed him to be somewhere, Ocho, 10, 12 catches, $150, $175, 2 touchdowns. He needed to have his thumbprint on this game, and it wasn't.
Got to. You know, and I had half the time with the young bull that just asked about what's the problem with the Dolphins. I don't think ain't nothing wrong with the Dolphins. Ain't nothing wrong with the Dolphins. I think the problem is, and the issue is, as I always say, listen, the Saints played the Falcons today. You saw what the Saints did to the Falcons? What, 41?
48.
Some crazy, 48. It's a division opponent. That's the kind of game the Dolphins need to have today. They need to make a statement. Listen, that's my home team. That's home team. I'm from Liberty City. I want to see the Dolphins win and get into the playoffs. I want to be able to talk shit too. I want to be able to, I want to be able to counter for the receipts that Tua talks about when I get on with you. Right now, I'm at a loss of words, and there's really nothing. You know, I love to defend everybody. And I actually can't tonight. I can't. I just can't. I can't even defend my Eagles. There's nothing I can do. Everything you said this entire year has goddamn come true if you really think about it. Like, think about it. Think about it. Ocho. And I try to defend everybody tooth and fucking nail, week in and week out, the best way I can. But now my back is kind of against the wall, and there's nothing I can do. To me, or for me, I think, like you just said, the Dolphins going into Kansas City, Tyreek Hill has to put his thumbprint on the game and take it over. The way Mike.
Go ahead. I was just going
to say the way Michael Jordan to take over a game.
Yes.
And knowing the way LeBron could take over a game. Yes. Like, you know, I'm going to put this on my back. Tyreek got to do that. He got to go to the offensive staff, man. Move me all over the place. Do whatever you need to do.
Right now it's 34 degrees in Kansas City.
Okay, I was right.
It's supposed to be 2 degrees on Saturday night in Kansas City.
Oh, coming up.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Like, listen, I'm not the weatherman, you know?
Yeah.
How is it going to go from 34 and in a week be 2 degrees? Kansas City don't even get that cold. I can see if it was Buffalo.
The hell, I don't know. Yeah, clearly you never played in Kansas City, but I played in Kansas City. Kansas City get cold as hell. Yeah, it does.
2 degrees?
2. It get colder than that. And that ground is hard too.
But that's
it used to have turf, but it's grass now.
Right.
But
it
gets hard there. Let's revisit Aiden Plays. He said, what's wrong with is the injury, bad performing players, or bad play calling? It's just your expectations.
They high.
The Dolphins have been like this all year. They've been like this all year. It's just that you had expectations of, you thought that at some point in time there's nothing wrong with the Dolphins. Everything's gonna work out. I remember, Ocho, you said what you tell me. Man, we only 5 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
We only 10 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
So here we are. The regular season is over. And we still have those same questions. And so the fans, the expectations haven't changed, although they've seen the Dolphins do the exact same thing. And so they're expecting to get a better result when they haven't seen that. especially against a team with a winning record, with the exception of the Cowboys. All the other teams that have winning records, they beat them.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Dolphins. And so the fans' expectations are something that the Dolphins' performance hadn't measured up with all year.
Right.
The Dolphins' performance and fans' expectations have never been right here.
Yeah, they haven't aligned yet.
No, they haven't
aligned yet.
Geos23 asks, as a quarterback, would you rather have hands receiver or a body receiver? I want to got this when I throw in the ball, he gonna catch it.
That's it. That's all that matters. They don't care whether you catch with your body, whether you catch with your hands. You think everybody does it different. As long as you get the job done at the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
The weather determines a lot. I understand that, like when the inclement weather's coming to a play, you try to body catch it. But at some point in time, you're going to ask your receiver to go up and high point the ball. You're going to ask him to make a catch in traffic. And that's where you really earn your money. You can have anybody. I mean, anybody can go catch the football, but in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left in the game, Ocho, and it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
Does he want the ball?
Yeah.
Can I count on you to throw you the ball?
Yeah.
I want to, hey man, I don't want to hear no my bad. I don't want to hear about a double. I'm coming to you. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to make a play.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Matter of fact, forget the double. It's 3rd and 6 in the strong safety in the box for run support. And it's man-to-man, safety in the middle of the field.
Throw me the ball.
Bump and run on the outside.
Throw me the ball.
It's 3rd and 6, and we calling your number. What you gonna do? Can you make a play? Can you get open? Hey. Everybody watching. We know where the ball going. What you gonna do? That's where you make your money.
When the quarterback called a play, it's like church. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Hey, when Sam say, hey, T, I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I don't see, as a matter of fact, I don't see anybody out there. All I know is he called a play. He told me he was coming to me. I'm going to get open.
I'm going to be open. Yeah.
I'm getting open, Ocho. I don't care if I got to push somebody down, kick somebody down. Oh, I'm going to get that rock. I'm going to get it. Oh, no. But this is why. This is how you become who you are. Yeah. In moments like this, I've been very fortunate. You know, we had 3rd and 6 in Pittsburgh. We had lost momentum of the game.
Right.
John called a play. We didn't even have that play we didn't have that play in that week.
Right.
We had run the play earlier in the season, but we hadn't run that play for like 5 or 6 weeks. Mike was the type of coach that if he put a play in, he might have put that thing in preseason.
Right.
He called it in the game. He expect you to know what to do. Bro, we ain't practiced this.
Right.
Hey, I'm looking back at John. I wish somebody could actually go get the footage and see how I throw my arms up asking John, what do you want me to do? And he yells, go get open. No problem. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And when I come back, I'm going to have the ball.
Right.
In the game. That's it. That's what you got to have. That's the mindset you got to have, Ocho.
Yeah.
Check this out. There's something that happened in the game. The New Orleans Saints were up 41-17.
I saw that because
Dennis Allen called victory formation. Victory formation. The ball's on like the 1 or 2 yard, I think the 1 yard line.
We won.
Victory formation is the quarterback takes the snap, he takes a knee.
Right.
The damage has been done. We proved our point. Jameis will never change. This explains why Jameis Winston is not in Tampa. This is why explains why Jameis Winston will never be what people wanted him to be because of this.
Why?
The coach called victory formation. He said it was a team decision. What team? There was no defensive players on the field. The team is a team. So the team is just offense now?
No, I mean the offense that was on the field at the time.
That's not a team.
We want to get the touchdown for brother.
That's not what
brother Jamal.
You see what happens when you go rogue? Now, this explains why Baker Mayfield was basically able to take the same team that Jameis Winston has, same receivers, pretty much the same defense, Levante David, Devin White, Shaq Barrett, a lot of those same players, and make the playoff, and Jameis couldn't.
So I have a question. I
got to answer.
So you don't agree? You don't like the call that he made?
Had I been on that field when Jameis did that, I'd have jumped off sides on purpose and backed it up. Because there's a difference between winning. See, you see the mindset? That's why Jameis isn't a winner in the NFL. You have a winner's mindset. You have winners. You have losers. It's really simple. The coach said victory. We up 41-17. And because Jamal Williams hadn't had a touchdown. Now, you look, he put his blood, sweat, and tears. So what about week 1? Week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So for 17 weeks, he ain't put no blood, sweat, and tears in it.
But
that's why
he hadn't scored. You know what? I don't know the back.
Can we take a listen? Hold on. Let's listen to Jameis. Let's let Jameis explain it himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I apologize to DA because the play was victory, but I also explained to DA that it was a team decision, and I think when you have a team morale, and I asked the guys, I say, guys, like, what do you want to do? We know how much Jamal means to this team, and I understood from DA's perspective, so I give him that.
Do you think it's the kind of thing though that is forgotten fairly quickly, or you know what I mean? Like,
I think it should be forgotten, especially when the score is already 41-17. So I don't know how much worse it can get, but I got a ton of respect for Arthur Smith and the coach that he is. I think they do some incredible things. I didn't want to disrespect him. That was not my intention. My intention was to lead the team that I've been with the entire year, and we made a collective decision that we wanted to get one of our guys who they fight with blood, sweat, and tears every game in the end zone, and I'm gonna feel good about that.
Now you see why they went and got Derek Carr with Jameis Winston on the roster. That's why. And you're paying $40 million. That's why.
No.
He said, DA said victory. But we made a collective decision.
Right.
That's the difference between winners and losers.
Sometimes your coach calls something. Sometimes your coach will call something. And the play come in, and the quarterback, you know what, y'all? I don't really like that. I'm going to improvise, and I'm going to do
That's the starting quarterback. That's Brady. That's Manning. That's Mahomes. That's Burrow. That's not a backup quarterback in a victory formation situation, Ocho, and you know it. That's why Jameis Winston doesn't win in the NFL.
Hold on now. The point of the game is to score as many points as possible. You're on the
Ocho,
one without...
Come on, Ocho. Ocho is 41-17.
Oh, 41-17.
So why did he call victory formation? If the objective is to score as many points as possible, why did he call victory?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
It was 41-17 before they scored. What was the score? Before they scored.
Yes.
So what's the difference?
So why did he hold on? If there was no difference,
41-17 adding another 7 points. I mean,
why if the objective is to score as many points as possible, why didn't he call a play? Why didn't Dennis Allen send a play in?
Well, you know, the coaches pack. The coaches have a pack. They're unwritten.
There ain't no pack, Ocho.
Yeah,
I'm just asking. No, don't talk about the coaches pack.
Let me
why
tell you.
Didn't Dennis Allen send a play in?
Did you hear what I said? The unwritten rules of football, the unwritten rules that the coaches have. Yes. Never run the scoreboard up when there's time in the clock.
Quarterback?
Huh?
What's the unwritten rules for quarterbacks?
Oh, you know, I don't know about that. I play receiver.
How you know about the coaches? You ain't never been no coach.
No, I ain't never been no coach, but I seen coaches come off the sideline and almost getting in fist fights. NFL
so
games.
You ain't never seen no quarterback? So in your time of playing, how many times have a quarterback gone against victory formation and did something that wasn't called?
Mm-hmm. Hey, what about Dan Marino with the fake spike on the Jets? Fake spiking. Remember that?
They were down.
Oh, they
were down in the game.
Right.
He faked them out and threw a touchdown to I think it was Ingram. Wasn't it Ingram? I think it was Ingram.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's funny. I really haven't seen the situation happen that much or that often, honestly.
It's never happened, Ocho.
Not okay. That's the first time for everything. You see it as a bad thing. You see it as bad. I don't see it as a problem.
If I'm Dennis Allen and I'm the coach, there's no way Jameis Winston is in that locker room next season.
Damn, huh?
No way. And I don't want him on my team.
Are you serious?
No way. No way, no how. You can't win with that.
You overreacting a little bit now. Come on now.
That's the type of guy. You see? That's the type of guy that will get a small contingent that's weak-minded to follow him. That's why he can't win. You ask yourself. You don't think for 1 second like, man, Jameis. Huh?
I don't like where you're going with this, baby. I love you. I love you to death, Unc, but I don't like where you're going with that.
All I know, you just talking.
Jameis is a good. He's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback that hasn't been superior or great. He's a good quarterback that hasn't been superior or great. You're not
asking the questions. Ask yourself why. Why can't you make the playoffs with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin? Both guys make the Pro Bowl. When you got Levante David, you got Shaq Barrett, you got Devin White. Why can't you make the playoffs? Because you throw 33 touchdowns with 30 turnovers. That's why. I would not want Jameis Winston on my team. He has a loser's mentality. It ain't no what we decided. Who left you in charge? You a backup. Since when does a backup get to make effing rules?
Well, you being a little savage. You being a little savage, a little hard on young bull right now.
No,
man.
Ocho. I just believe there's a right and a wrong way to do everything.
Right.
That is the wrong way. If Dennis Allen wanted him to score, he would have sent a play in. He took a knee. He said victory. That means we take a knee. Had I been in the game, I would have jumped off sides. I'm just telling you what I would have done. I'm not gonna listen.
Hey, you would have jumped off side for real?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I tell you what I did. You know what? I was in Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
The Super Bowl. Brian Billick can't have no rules. We had no curfew and no bed check. Brian Billick says, I'm going to treat you like a man. Yeah. He says, all I ask is that you ride from the hotel to the practice facility to and from on the team bus.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? We got some dudes from Tampa. My parents go pick me up and I'm riding. I say, no, F you not. I said, Brian gave us one specific rule.
Right.
He said, we're going to ride to and from practice on the team bus. You will not get your ass in that car with your parents. That will not happen. Guess what happened? They got their ass on that team bus. Now, if your parents want to get you, they can come to the hotel, get you, and you can go wherever you want to go. But you're not going to do that.
Ooh.
That's what leadership is.
Right.
Anybody can lead in a moment of greatness. And when it's easy, you see, it was easy for Jameis to do what he did. Oh, man, that show. No. But when times got tough, when it was in Tampa, how did he do, Ocho? When times got tough in Tampa, you won't tell the people how he did. Why? Because when it got tough, he did things his own way. Can't win like that. You never can, you never could, you never will. There's a reason why. Everybody say, man, Jameis good. They went out and spent money on Derek Carr. Why, Ocho? Why?
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius said you ask each particular thing. You ask the who, the what, the when, the where, and why. And then you'll have your answers.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I like Jameis. Jameis has always had a winning mentality.
It ain't about like.
He's always had a winning mentality. Any quarterback.
I like ice cream. I ain't eating it at midnight.
Any quarterback has always had a winning mentality. He always does things the right way.
That's not true.
He carries himself the right way. He's always conducted himself the right way. Now, this is one of the few times when it comes to someone's play, I can't critique someone's play. I remember the season.
You're more than qualified.
I know I'm more than qualified. He had a great season, but the turnovers hampered him.
Why?
The turnovers were magnified.
How? Why?
But that motherfucker, he was slinging that rock though.
Other teams.
Hey, that 30 and 30.
How many games did he cost his team with turnovers?
That 30 and 30, he was slinging that thing.
Yeah.
And
30 and 30.
Tommy Boy came in the following year, right?
And won the Super Bowl with the same roster he had.
Mm-hmm.
Jameis Baker Mayfield with basically the same roster that he had.
Yeah.
Won the division.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen, I don't.
Either you're gonna allow the coach to lead and you follow him, or you have nothing. Name something where there's not a leader in business, in military. What is it where you don't have a leader? And if you don't follow the leader, tell me the success that you're gonna have in it.
I feel you. And I didn't know you would think like this. I didn't know you would feel like this about it.
Let me ask you a question. So Ocho says, you know what, guys? Me and your mama going out. Hey, and don't nobody go nowhere. And your daughter said, well, we made an executive decision. We made a decision. The other kids wanted to go to the movies or they wanted to go get something to eat.
Right.
How you feel about it, Ocho? You cool with that?
So me and Real, we going out, right?
You said don't leave the house.
Okay. And they decide to leave the house anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got a little issue.
Wow. Hold on. No. That's not what you said earlier.
We got a little issue.
He said he made a decision for team morale. She said, my brothers and sisters, I want my brothers and sisters to look at me a certain way and feel a certain type of way about me. So this is what I did. I know what you said, but this is what I did because I'm in charge. Why not?
Wait, you know what? That's a good one right there too. Now you got to have a goddamn reason why you did what you did. You got to have a good goddamn reason why you did what you did. Your brothers and sisters was hungry. Huh? You gotta remember, I got 11 kids, so it's a whole bunch of different excuses they can come up with.
There ain't no excuses. Because if you tell your kids that they're not allowed to do something and they do it, there's not an excuse they can give me. Unless there's a life or death situation. There is no way.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. You know, what's funny is I didn't think you would feel that bad about this or feel the way you actually feel. And to hear you say something, to hear you saying some of the things you're saying. That's like, oh shit, Unc pissed. He don't like that shit. Like, no, when I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter, and I looked. I said, oh man, that's really dope to get young Bull, to get him that little touchdown or whatever it is that whatever the reasoning behind it is.
That man had 17 weeks to get a touchdown.
Yeah, hey, but the offense, the way the offense went, he wasn't able to get.
So they have no goal to go situation. They have no first and goal from the one the whole year. And
then when I looked at it, right. When I looked at the tweets, when I looked at the comments, and I was like, oh man. And I said, the caption I put was, you know what, there's an unwritten rule in football now. You don't run the scoreboard up on your opponent. When you have the opportunity to kneel the ball or run the clock out, you do so. The whole chat, man, fuck so-and-so. It's the Falcons. We don't care nothing about them people. Run the scoreboard up. And the point of the game is to continue to score as many points as you can. And if you're on the field and playing defense, stop it. Stop it. So it's like, damn, well, everybody agreeing on Twitter. So I'm thinking you was going to have the same kind of take. If the clock ain't hit 0, you got to stop it.
So I'm just telling you. So now, next time, I'm going to take a cheap shot at you. We playing football, right?
Yeah.
So imagine what happens when you take a victory formation. You remember how everybody was up in arms when Michael Bennett went hard and got his – You
that's
remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's
you
right,
remember everybody? What's the unwritten rule? We playing football, right?
Yeah.
So under no situation, so now you get ready to take one step and you just like, hey, we take it and dude far up and hit you. You gonna be like, oh man, okay, that's cool. No, you gonna be mad because you said a victory. That's hey, bro, we going down. Everybody, hey, I'm going down, bro. We good. I done got my chin strap unbuttoned. I done unfastened my shoulder pads. I done untook the tape off my hand. Normally, I done got my gloves for. Hey, I got my gloves in my waist. Thomas said, Ocho, you're missing the point. This speaks to how a team is run. Either players don't give a F about the coach's decision or the head coach is a liar. He said it. Even before Jameis said it. He said the victory formation and Jameis gave and wanted to get the guy a touchdown. He said it.
Did the coach have a reaction yet?
Ain't nothing he can do. It was done.
I know, but I'm saying after the fact. What do you think?
I got a reaction.
What do you
he ain't
think?
Gonna be back on his team. That's my reaction.
What do you know? I'm talking. That's how you feel. What do you think the coach is gonna say? You think the coach
is upset? He's upset, Ocho.
You think so?
Because when your kids do things that you've asked them not to do, and that's a reflection on you. That tells me you got no control over your kids. When kids are yelling and screaming on the plane in the airport or in the grocery store, you looking at the kid or you looking at the parents?
Well, I have kids. I'm kind of looking at the kids because sometimes kids are kids, and all of them ain't gonna behave, and all of them ain't gonna listen. That's just being realistic.
Well, I'm just telling what people say. Get your kids under control. I did not pay $2,000 for first class to hear your kid cry.
Yeah, did you pay $2,000?
No, I'm just saying that's what people. I'm running around the grocery store. I don't have time to be dodging kids. This is not an obstacle course. Your kids running through the grocery store, and I got to be an obstacle drive like I'm an obstacle course to miss them with the buggy.
Right.
Kyrie said, you don't know the context, though. The players don't really respect DA. That's the problem. That's why you're not winning. See, you don't understand. That's why you're not winning.
I don't think that's the issue, though. I mean,
Okay,
listen,
so what's the issue? Explain
a fan saying, oh, they don't really, everybody, every coach, every player, you know, they respect their coach. Come on now. He's from the
I'm just
outside
going by
talking.
what he said. Kyle Rose 88 said
he's
they
not
don't respect the DA. It's been that way. There's something going on between the players and the coaching staff on the Saints. Yeah, Jameis took it. So only two people. Jameis did what he did. And, well, I guess the offensive line, because they had to block, because normally everybody just take one step. You touch each other. Hey, man, hey, good game. Stay healthy.
Right,
hey, we see y'all next time. Hey, good luck, man. Hey, what you got going on, man? Hey, congratulations. You got married. You had a kid. Whatever the case may be. Tell you, if you know the person really well, tell your mom, your dad, hello. Tell the wife, hey, tell the missus hello. You out the door. Ocho, I was not the greatest player. But the one thing that people that played on the team will tell y'all was all about the team. We're gonna do it the right way. It ain't gonna be no uprising.
Mm-hmm.
No, that ain't gonna happen. No, we're gonna do things the right way. I was in college, Ocho, and I went to Savannah State. We ain't got no training staff like Alabama. We ain't got we ate with the regular students.
Right.
Okay. The team they got mad because we only got limited supplies. So they giving us what they got. Now, mind you, Mr. Hubbard, who's head of the kitchen, or who's the head of the cafeteria, he would give us steaks on Friday.
Right.
They mad, talking about, man, I'm tired of eating the same thing every day. Sharp, come, hey. This is how they approach me. You don't believe I'm lying? Y'all go ask Daryl McCormick. They call him Bucket. They come to my room. Hey, Sharp. Because, most of the time I had my door open. Hey, right. Sharp. Hey, about 6 or 7 of them come. So I'm laying on my bed because I'm laying on my bed looking up at the ceiling. I'm thinking about, going to the NFL. I'm thinking about something else other than what I've got going on.
Right.
So I see like 5 or 6 of them come in the room. I sit up, Ocho. Hey, Sharp. I said, what's up? Man, we need your help. I said, what's up? Man, we want to boycott the cafeteria. Man, I'm tired of eating the same thing. I said, if y'all don't get y'all cry freedom ass out my mofo room, I know something. I said, that man give us steak when none of the regular students get steak.
Right.
He go out of our way. We're supposed to get a meal, eat, and then come back. A lot of times, he'll give us first and seconds the one time through. And y'all want to talk about y'all want to boycott? Right. If y'all don't get y'all cry freedom ass out my room, I know something.
Right.
Man, come on. Man, get out my room. And when they walked out, I slammed the door. I tried to break the door to let them know just how disgusted I was. We're not going to do things the wrong way. We don't do things willy-nilly. Jameis Winston was wrong in this situation, and I would not want him as a teammate.
Hey, I guarantee the players on the Saints don't feel like that, though.
Doesn't matter.
And hey, what if it's an incentive? What if it's an incentive in there we don't even know about? What if it's an incentive that we don't even know about?
You couldn't get him that incentive before you got to 48? They got 41 points at that point.
Right. I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying how the players today think, the players on that team, the players in that locker room. I guarantee they ain't thinking like that. They're not reacting the way. Obviously, it's going to be a huge topic tomorrow. I'm assuming, and I think most of the people on our side, as far as media is concerned, or analysts, or those that like to critique the game and some of the things that players do, are going to be on your side. They're going to be on your side.
I'll stand on this island by myself. Fizzle Dollar said, Unc tripping. You played to win the game. Dennis Allen ain't even a real coach. Derek Carr is trash. Shout out to real Jameis Winston. Stop the J-Bo hate. If Derek Carr ain't a real coach, why Jameis Winston ain't the starter? You know Jameis Winston was there. He's been there for 3 years. So why go get somebody else? And remember what's the Jack? He played quarterback, running back, tight end. He was starting over Jameis. If they thought that much of Jameis.
Taysom Hill.
What that Ocho? A girl at your school, you've been digging on her, you like her, like, hey, man, what's up? and she go to a neighboring school and get a boyfriend over there, and you right there. That's what the Saints did. They got Jameis in their locker room. They go out and get Derek Carr. What that tell you, Ocho?
I wasn't enough.
That's what it told you, because they know. They know.
But I don't
Arthur
like that.
Smith just got fired.
Who?
That's not a surprise. That's not a surprise. That's not
Arthur
a surprise.
Smith. You talk about Saint.
The Atlanta Falcons head coach. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he's straight. You know, he you know who his people are. He good.
Yeah.
He good.
But that tells you everything. That's why I respect him even more, because he said, I don't want to go that route. I want to make a name for myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the business thing. I want to be a coach. I want to be grimy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to toll. You're absolutely right. He probably could have went into the family business.
Wait.
His dad is the owner, started FedEx.
Yeah. Wait,
that's who his dad is.
How he just got fired? It ain't even been 24 hours yet. The game ain't in. Oh, they must have waited. Hey, what if the Falcons and the Falcons and Saints played that? They played in Atlanta?
In New Orleans. In New Orleans.
Oh, so they waited till they landed.
Yeah, they've been back home. They've been home. Let's move on, Ocho. The Cowboys beat the Commanders 38-10. Dak didn't want to wear the NFC title hat or shirt. He said, "We won the East before. The focus ahead is simple. Focus is ahead. Simple as that. I want something better." In 2021, the Cowboys was 12-5, lost to the 49ers in the second round. Second round, right? Yeah, they lost in the wild card game. Well, anyway, they were 12-5, they lost to the 49ers. 22, they were 12-5, lost to the 49ers. In 2023, they're 12-5. Who did the Cowboys play? They played the Packers.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one, boy. Hey, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
Mike McCarthy said he won't participate in the drama surrounding Packers playoff game. What drama?
What drama?
I know that's his old team, but bro, you've been out of there for a minute.
Oh yeah, he been. Listen, you know who create the drama? You know who gonna create it? An unnecessary noise. Jerry Jones.
Thank you,
Jerry Jones. Listen, Dak said what he said already. That needs to be the continuous headline for the remainder of the week until they play. What he said. I don't want to wear any of the NFC stuff. I have my eyes on the bigger prize.
AFC. I want NFC Championship, Super Bowl. If it ain't I don't want it.
So Jerry need to leave it as is. We don't need to hear nothing, no quotes, no statements,
no nothing. Jerry got to get his name in the paper.
Oh, come on, man.
Because you see, Dak got his name in the paper. Dak said, "We won the East before. The focus is ahead. Simple as that. I want something better."
Bingo. Nothing else needs to be said from anybody else. That's your leader. Your leader has spoken. Your leader has spoken. Allow that to carry on throughout the locker room. Allow that to be the headlines. We don't need to hear nothing from the owner.
Michael said the regular season is cute, but this is legacy. There is always a term to be phenomenal or be forgotten. That's me, CD and Dak. We have all that legacy to earn the hard way, that type of Cowboys Hall of Fame, because they saw Emmett and they saw Haley and they saw all the greats out there when Jimmy went into the Ring of Fame.
Right.
That's how you want to be remembered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Emmett, those teams that won in the 70s, those 70s Cowboys with Randy White and Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson and Tony Hill and Tony Dorsett.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. Harvey Martin. Those are the ones in the 90s. That's how, hey, you're never forgotten.
Yeah.
You're never forgotten.
Cemented.
That's what it's about. Right. That's a legacy. The regular season, and Mike is right. Regular season, great. In order to get to the postseason, you have to take care of business in the regular season. But if you want to be remembered, play great in those games in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll never forget you.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what happens, no matter how many, look, there have been the Bronco teams that was winning when Peyton was there. When I showed up, I got just as much, if not more love than those guys, because they already know what I had done.
Yeah.
I go back to Baltimore, which I don't go back often. I get mad love because I was the first one to get it started. A mentality, a championship way of doing things.
Right.
That's what it's. Dak officially led the NFL in touchdown passes this season with 36.
Yeah,
congratulations, Dak. He played well. He played well.
Dak.
Now, we've seen him play well before.
Yeah.
Now, can he use that momentum from the regular season and launch this team and himself into the postseason?
In the playoffs. And you know what they need to do? CeeDee Lamb has had back-to-back weeks of touching and catching 10+ balls,
Mm-hmm.
and look how the game turned out.
Yeah.
Make your life easy. Make life easy for Dak. Continue to move CD around. Allow him to
He gets your boy next week, though.
Who?
Jair. He gets your boy next week. That's your boy.
Yeah, but that boy could play. I'm talking about man to man. He's sticky with it. That's gonna be a good game, boy.
He gets your boy next week.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. But listen, Zaire don't travel either. So obviously, whenever CD lines up on the outside, but that's gonna be one to watch. Yeah. That's gonna be one to watch. They need to implement. I've been saying this for a long time. You know, you have TV camera, and most of the time you see a catch or you see a play that a receiver makes or a play that a DB makes. You always have to wait for the replay. You always have to wait for the replay. They need to implement a camera where you can see everything from jump, from the snap of the ball, where it highlights the receiver and the DB while the play is being called. So you can see everything develop from start to end, as opposed to, okay, we saw a touchdown, okay, but now we got to wait for the replay where you can see it live in action. I don't know, just like what do you call it? Picture in picture? Like picture in picture. So in the corner of your screen, you can have the receiver and the DB match up and watch things develop, how they got open, how they got off the line, or how the DB. I don't know. Just a thought.
Well,
it would be dope to have.
I like the fact that the Cowboys came out and took care of business. They were on a mission from the start. It wasn't no dilly-dallying around. Look, we are a superior team. We're going to show you our superiority early on. Leave no doubt. Because, see, the thing is sometimes, Ocho, the worst thing that you can do for a team is to beat them in a close game. Because now the coach is going to go into the locker room. That's one of the better teams, and you see how close we came to beat them. Right. We clean up a few things. We're right there. The Cowboys says, Washington, you got a lot to improve upon. Yeah, you're not close. Josh Harris is going to clean house. The new owner of the Washington football team, he cleaned house.
You think
so? He's going to clean house. Not only, when I say clean house, not only get everything that was in there out, he's going to scrub it down.
And bringing his own regime.
Bringing his own everything.
Well, how are you sure, though? How are you so sure?
I'm 1,779% sure. I'm infinity sure. There's nothing more than infinity. I'm infinity sure.
Okay, that means you got sources. You know.
I ain't got no sources.
You know,
Ocho, how am I going to keep a coach with that record? I saw no improvement all year.
Damn.
Did you see any improvement?
No. But they got one hell of an offense too, boy. Ooh. And they got Bieniemy. Oh, I'm talking about when you look on paper. Let me roll back. Jahan Dotson, Brother Samuel, Terry McLaurin, very decent, adequate backfield. All you need, there's nothing wrong with Sam Howell. I'm assuming because they stuck with him.
Yeah, a lot wrong with him.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to go out and get a quarterback. I'm assuming during the offseason, they had an opportunity, but I think they said, Sam Howell is our guy. Have we seen enough of him to make a decision and say, okay, you know what? I don't think Sam is the guy. I don't think he's the one for.
They got a top 5 pick. They coming out with a quarterback. Now maybe they can trade.
Ain't nobody gonna be there because Caleb Williams and Drake May gonna be off the board. They gone.
But here's the thing: are you willing to trade? Is Russell Wilson better than Sam Howell?
Russell Wilson is going to the Steelers.
No, they're not released. What if we can trade him? Now, if we can't trade him, I'm gonna get something for you, Ocho.
Right. Yeah, I just if I was Russell, I wouldn't even do it because then he
ain't got no choice. Well, he does. I think he might have no trade clause. He does
exactly, which is why I say he's going to the Steelers. If you're gonna go somewhere, he's going somewhere that has a team that is built in somewhat to get to that goddamn playoffs and have opportunity at Lombardi. He only got so many years left to actually play the game of football, actually play the quarterback position.
Right.
Now you're young, you're in your 4th year, and the things aren't working out. Okay, I understand. Okay, I go to the Commanders and see what we can do, and we can build from there. He don't have that kind of time left.
No.
So it got to be to a contender, and with the way the Steelers looking, they're a goddamn quarterback away now.
Yeah,
they're quarterback away.
I like the way Mason Rudolph has played. He's done a great job taking care of the football, but maybe the ceiling.
He's already been there, like you said, with Jameis Winston. Why would they go get Derek Carr if he was already there?
Right.
All right, why would they draft Kenny Pickett if Mason Rudolph was already there?
I
Maybe
agree.
he's not the guy.
Hey, bro, you preach. Hey, I need you to get that to the congregation. I'm the choir. I sing. I've been here every week. I've been here every week for a reason. Get that to some of them ones that only come once in a while.
I'm gonna use what you said. I'm gonna use what you said to give it back.
All right. Jacob asked, "Is Dak elite?" The comments are really hyping him up. They even mentioned mentioned MVP talk, and I'm a Cowboy fan. Unc Ocho.
Well, the MVP discussion should be over. Dak
it's over.
Who's your MVP?
Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
The only question is he going to win it unanimously?
Yeah.
That's the only question. It ain't no question of who's going to win the MVP. The question is he going to win it unanimously?
Unanimously. It's always going to be one idiot.
No, I mean, he won it before. He and Tom Brady are the only ones to win it unanimously.
Right.
So, for me,
I mean, but when it comes to the voting, I'm guaranteed it's going to be one idiot.
I think they've seen enough from Lamar.
You know who the voters are? Who are the voters?
It's 50. I don't know. I mean, some of like they're normally your beat writers. I mean, when I was at CBS, I used to be a voter. A voter. I did. Absolutely. That's why I take it so serious. That's why I watch every game. I study every game. I voted for the all-pro teams. Yes, I voted. I took it absolutely very serious.
Right.
And you didn't get him based on name. Like Buda Baker should not have made the Pro Bowl. Not over Winfield Jr.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
If you look at this, what the hell is wrong with me tonight? I'm talking too damn fast. Statistics. Yeah. I saw that.
Not even close.
Hey, Antoine was hot, boy.
Yes.
You seen his pops? His pop was snapping.
He should have.
Right.
How you got no interceptions, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries? You missed time with an injury, and it's not. You know the argument where he was on a winning team. They ain't win nothing. He was injured, didn't have the stats. His team didn't win. That's on reputation. They need to stop that.
Right.
That's a reputation, and that happens a lot. So I don't want Antoine, keep your head up. This has been going on before I was in the league, during the league, and it's going to continue to go on. There's always going to be a few guys that get in on reputation. And I don't say deserve. Buda Baker did not earn the right to go to Orlando and be an NFC representative in the Pro Bowl. He did not. There's nothing. There's no stat. There's no metric. There's no stat.
Right.
There's nothing you can use to say, you know what? He had a better season than Antoine Winfield Jr. None. But that's my only question, Ocho. The only question is Lamar going to win the MVP? Now, who comes in second, third? It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Don't even matter. In a situation like that, first matters.
Yeah.
Because that means you going home with the award. And I believe Lamar Jackson will win his second MVP in 4 years.
That's crazy work.
Crazy.
Let's go. 8 from
Philly limps into the playoffs. Wow. Ocho, we just hit 700,000 subs.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. I don't even know 700,000 people. I don't even know 700,000 people, but I do now.
We just got to make sure you tell your friends and family how good Nightcap is. Not just with the sports breakdown. But we got these stories for you.
We ain't even get to the stories tonight yet.
Not yet.
We didn't even get to the stories tonight.
Philly limps into the playoffs, Ocho. Jalen Hurts, injured. A.J. Brown, injured. I think Devontae Smith got injured. The Eagles are the first team in NFL history to start 10-1 or better and not reach 12 wins. A truly historic collapse.
I talked about, and I asked this earlier. I tweeted it, and I asked Eagles fans. I said, what's wrong with my Eagles? All the fans was pissed. They say, listen, help me find an excuse that I could use tonight with Unc. And all the fans were like, don't find and don't get no motherfucking excuse. Tell the motherfucking truth. Tell the truth. They playing like shit. Something ain't working. I saw all type of quotes, and they giving up. The defensive play calling is Matt Patricia. I don't know what the fuck Sirianni is doing. The offense is broken. I mean, I'm seeing all type of stuff. So I'm trying to understand. Obviously, last year, the D-line was crazy work. They was giving people crazy work. The pressures,
tied
the
the NFL record with 72 sacks.
70 some sacks this year. I think they got what, maybe 30 something, very, very low. They're damn near last statistically on defense in all areas and all phases, damn near last. Not even in the middle. At least be in the middle somewhere. I think they 20 something and below and damn near everything.
Yep.
So because the front line is not playing as good as they did last year, now the back end is being exposed. So that's not playing well. You got injuries on top of that. Offensively, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. You got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, you got
Dallas Goedert, Swift, a Pro Bowler.
No, I don't understand. You start
Kelsey
10-1.
went to the Pro Bowl. Landon Donovan went to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
The big right tackle went to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson. AJ Brown's in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. And then they go 10-1,
I don't think
right?
they had a defensive player in the Pro Bowl. Well, last year they had a few.
Last year they did have a few. But they go 10-1, right? And then you keep harping on and harping throughout the season. Listen, they winning, but there are holes that I can see. And every week you keep saying the same thing, but the goddamn Eagles kept on winning. And then what would you do? Listen to me, Eagles fans.
Ocho,
everybody saw this
right now, Ocho. I want you to write it down. You never accept anything in a win you wouldn't in a loss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, see, when they was winning and I was trying to tell the Eagles, you a hater. You don't like Jalen Hurts. Eagles, what they say? Eagles fly. I said, okay. Fly, Eagles, fly. Oh, yeah, you a hater. You had it against us. You was wrong, yada, yada, yada. Now, you were right.
Yeah.
The defense not good. And the problem is that you can't run the ball consistently like you did last year to keep them sorry rascals off the field. So now they're on the field more. So if you're not good, if your defense isn't good, you can't hide them.
Right. Yeah.
Because so what? They don't pressure the quarterback consistently. The back end is awful. Slade's out. Bradbury, I've never really been in love with Bradbury. I don't know some people love him, but when I watch him, a lot of opening the gate, a lot of missing. The secondary, it's the linebackers are not nothing to write home about. They got I like Fletch, but Fletch is a little long in the tooth. Jalen Carter needs to get in shape. Jordan Davis need to get in shape.
Yeah.
I like Hassan Reddick.
That boy nice.
You got rid of Montez. I don't know, Ocho. I don't know. I do know, but y'all ain't want to listen to me. I've been trying to tell y'all this. Think about Ocho. You start 10-1.
Right.
10-1 in the first time in NFL history, a team has started 10-1 and better and not reached 12 wins.
12 games, yeah.
So you got 6 games. All you got to do is win 2 games.
That's crazy.
You go 1-5. The Eagles' defense isn't very good. Jalen Hurts says it's about weathering the storm. It's about not riding waves, never getting too high, never getting too low, keeping the main thing. All you need is a crumb, an opportunity. It's simple: win or go home. Nothing prior to this matters. Who did the Eagles play?
Yeah, who the Eagles got? Who the Eagles got?
Because they're the 5th seed.
I'm going to the game.
They got Tampa. Tampa's the 4th seed. They got Tampa.
Shit, they got my dude Baker Mayfield, man. They got my dude Baker. They got Mike Evans. Mike Evans
looking to eat.
Hey, big play Slay back. He back next week?
I don't know. He wasn't back today.
AJ Brown okay?
They didn't say he hurt his knee. I think AJ Brown hurt his knee.
I saw that. That goddamn that drop hip tackle, man.
No. You say they tackling. You say leave that play in.
What did I say? I said, as offensive players, when you feel the pressure behind you, let your body go. Let your body go. There's no need to fight that. Stop trying to get all these extra yards just to show you tough and Just let your body go.
No.
And live to see another down.
How much you
Live
want
to
to
see another down.
bet you $1,000 they outlaw that tackle?
I mean, it's going to be impossible. I'm sure you can, just like they did the
horse collar.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
But it's just what you're going to do is you're going to see more people getting more yards because now, depending on the angle you're at, you're going to be afraid to tackle. You're going to be afraid to reach out.
I mean, look here. In order to save a touchdown,
right,
you're going to drop tackle. Just like in order to save a touchdown, guys, horse collar.
They're going to be more touchdowns being scored because you can't drop tackle based on the angle in which you're coming
at. Flag. You don't get points for flags. You get points for touchdown. So I ain't gonna let you get no touchdown.
Right,
so I'm gonna drop tackle. I
Right.
understand it's an outlaw tackle, but I ain't giving him no touchdown.
Yeah.
It's just like the guy beat me off the line to get to the quarterback if I'm pass blocking. Oh, you're not gonna get him. I'm gonna tackle you.
Well, you know they're gonna make you open up your purse. Then they're gonna make you open up your pocketbook.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna drop tackle anybody? Okay, here.
Yep.
Hold this 30. Let me get that 30,000 about you.
That's what. But guess
Let me
what?
get that
There ain't no
30,000.
touchdown.
Oh, you gonna do it again? Okay, let me get 50,000 about you. And the third time you do it, you know what? Hold this 6-game suspension in. Since you don't want it. Since you don't want
I ain't giving up no touchdown. So that ain't happening. All three black head coaches led their team to the playoffs. Mike Tomlin, Todd Bowles, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah. That's live.
That don't mean nothing. You think the NFL gonna hire more black coaches? No.
Do I think they are?
Yes.
I mean, statistically, how it's been throughout the years, and you know how that goes.
No, that would ask. I don't know how it goes. Do you think they're gonna hire more based on this stat that all three black head coaches made the playoffs? Do you think the NFL will hire more black coaches based on this stat?
I mean, they may very well. They might, but I just know those that are in
You said based on, see, now hold on. They might. But you said based on statistically, that wasn't where you was headed.
Well, absolutely not. I mean,
that's what I need to say.
It's clear as day.
No, it ain't clear. I mean, what about somebody? Maybe. What about somebody just watching this? What about somebody just subscribe? They're the 701,000th person listen to Nightcap. This is their first time.
Yeah. How do owners feel about hiring minority coaches? How they always felt based on the opportunities that minority coaches are given. Normally, it's a team that's shitty as hell. One of the few times I've seen a minority be hired as a coach and turn around in his first year there is goddamn D'Amico Ryans over there in Houston.
Yeah.
Most of the opportunities that we're given are in positions that are not good.
But think about how many times D'Amico Ryans was passed up. He's been leading the 49ers defense. They've been good.
For a minute. Yeah, most definitely. Listen, it's hard for us to get those jobs. You know that. And I'm sure people in the chat, if you don't know, it's very, very difficult for us to get those jobs, especially in positions like that where you're leaders of men.
They give you a job. Where did they send Tony Dungy to at first? Tampa.
Right. Yeah. and you know what makes it easy for you too? The team you get.
Yeah.
The team you get. If
only Mike Tomlin inherited a team. He went to Pittsburgh. Coach Cowell left the cupboard stocked.
Well, he had them boys, boy. He had them boys.
Coach Cowell left it well. But you normally get Herman when you go to the Jets.
Yeah. See? Man, I'm not. I don't even want to open up them can of worms.
It's gonna be interesting if Steve Wilkes gets an opportunity. Hell, he should have been in Carolina anyway.
That's crazy.
So,
but
again, it's gonna be Ocho. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see because you see Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season.
Yeah.
Somehow, given what he had to go through, 3 different quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, back to Pickett. Now it's Mason Rudolph, and they get in. It's gonna be now. Here's the thing: T.J. Watt's probably gonna miss this game with that knee injury.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nobody's told us yet, or there haven't been any reports on how serious it is. If anything, I'm hoping it's a grade 1 MCL.
I think JJ posted something. Didn't JJ Watt post something about said it's going to be okay for grade 2?
He said grade 2?
Grade 2, probably some rest. And what he said, rest and he'll be okay.
He
tweeted it.
There's a little special remedy out there for that too now,
Nah. Ain't nobody he ain't letting nobody pee on his knee.
Nah, I ain't talking about that. That's for ankles. It start with a T. I mean, you could take the pill, you could take the needle. Which one you want?
Oh, you talking about Toradol?
Yeah, which one you want? Huh?
Uh,
It's big time now. It's the playoff now. Which one you want? We'll get you out there.
JJ tweeted best case scenario for TJ grade 2 MCL sprain. Everything else looks pristine. A couple of weeks of rest and recovery.
Couple of weeks? We ain't got weeks. We need you. Look, I'm talking about we. Like I'm part of the Steelers.
Nah,
You said
it ain't worth it.
You said no?
It ain't worth it. No. Nah. That lower body, you don't be fooling with that lower body.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Especially
hey, anything from waist down, you start getting
right.
them knees and you start
You don't play with that. You're right. You're right. All right. All right.
That's everything. His explosiveness is everything for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. We'll see who the Steelers got to play again.
Steelers
the Bills.
play Buffalo. They go to Buffalo.
Hey, what? But what if the Steelers mess around and beat the Bills? It's
gonna be tough without TJ.
All right. Defense playing okay now.
They're playing okay.
Defense playing okay.
How many did Hendrickson take the lead? Because I know he had. I saw him early have a sack.
I don't know. I don't know. I know he had 17. He would have had to take the lead. He would have had to get 3 today.
3,
or the
right?
tied, he would have had to get 2.
I saw him get 1 early in the game.
He got 18 then. Okay.
I know he has at least 18. It'd be interesting to see. Did Hendrickson? How many sacks did Hendrickson have? Ash is looking it up right now. But congratulations, Mike Tomlin, Tall Bowles, D'Amico Ryans, black head coaches. Now, I'm sure somebody's gonna ask me, man, y'all not gonna say it about Mike McDaniel because he's 17 and a half. 17 and a half.
Oh, he got half a sack. Damn, man.
Mike McDaniel identifies as a minority. I mean,
he does.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know much about Mike's background. I like him as a coach.
Yeah, well, he was in Washington.
Yeah,
all those guys were on Mike's staff when Mike was the head coach of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Mike McDaniel, Sean McVay.
Yeah, I saw that.
All those guys were there.
That was really dope.
And then when Kyle went to 49ers, a lot of them went with Kyle.
Right.
Mike got let go, and that's one thing now. Them Shanahans, they're loyal now. You look at Kyle's staff. You look at Mike McDaniel's staff.
Right.
A lot of those guys were with Mike when he was in San Fran, and he brought them with him.
Right.
And Kyle, some of those guys were in Atlanta. Hey, Bobby Turner was the running back coach when Mike first got to Denver.
Right.
Everywhere Mike went, Bobby T went with him. When Mike went to Washington, Bobby T went. When Mike left, Kyle got the job in San Fran, Bobby T right there.
Hey, you see how the coaches stick together?
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, sir.
You see how if I'm going somewhere, if I got a job, you're gonna always have a job?
Always.
Now think about this. Now that same mentality in other areas and other respective crafts of people's jobs that they do. That you see how them comedians going at it back and forth with each other? I know I'm off topic a little bit. I know we're talking about football.
No, we see how
you see how they picking each other up no matter what, no matter where I go, I'm taking you with you. I'm gonna make sure you have a job.
Yeah.
Now, what if my comedians that's going at it back and forth and taking shots at each other? Now, what if they was the opposite way? Boy, I just got a gig.
You can't steal my jokes.
Hey, listen,
you can't steal my jokes and think you're gonna be on my tour with me.
I'm bringing you with me.
I ain't finna headline no tour, and you stealing my ish, and you think I'm bringing you on tour with me. Why would I do that?
I just wanted to use that example. I just want to use that example.
I'll give you an example.
You gave a great example of coaches that have been together for a long time and have ensured, come hell or high water, that those that they know or that do the same thing they do always had a fucking job.
Why are they doing that, Ocho? Loyalty, no backstabbing. No lying, no talking behind my back. You see what you try to do? You try to make it a situation like, oh, no matter what, you think these coaches are going to take somebody that's been talking behind their back, that's been lying on them? You think they're going to hire them at another situation, Ocho? Come on now, Ocho. So you mean to tell me I'm headlining a tour? You done stole my joke. You done talk ish about me, and now you want me to put you on.
Hold on. I
make that make sense.
Listen, I ain't know about all that.
But you say, okay, yes, I get it.
Ouch. I hit my elbow, man. Hold on.
But you also, Ocho, but you also have to understand that when you go with a coach, when you go with, when you bring him, he the lead dog.
Yeah. Most definitely. That's definitely. I understand. I just hate the bickering. But back to the coaches, man. Just back to the staff. But that was crazy that they've always done that. Or just knowing if you are a coach and you have that knit family, you always gonna have a job.
Yeah, but see the thing.
No matter
about
what,
coaches,
I just don't
man,
like the part you got to uproot. You got to uproot your family, and you got to move. You know, I hate that part. That got to be the
it's
worst.
like the military. You already know you're gonna move a lot.
Yeah,
It's like being a Methodist,
unless you're in a great situation.
You're gonna move a lot.
Yeah, unless you're in a great situation with a great team.
Yes.
So you're not very fortunate. How many people are fortunate enough to be like Mike Tomlin, and you know your family been in one place for 17 years?
That doesn't happen like that.
Yeah,
but you got to think about it. Mike Tomlin was in Tampa at first. He was in Minnesota next, and then he went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So see, it wasn't like he started there.
Right, you're right.
Coach Belichick was with the Giants, and then he went to Cleveland, and then he went to the Jets, and then he went to New England, then he went to the Jets, then he went to Patriots.
Yeah.
So this notion that you start one place and stay there, that's just not true.
Mm-mm.
So you moving at least at bare minimum 2-3 times before you're able to get somewhere stationary and stay for an extended period of time.
Right. Coaching is
just like the military. Well, you know oh yeah, I grew up in there. I've been here. No, you don't. You here for 2 years, you there for 4 years, and you somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you understand, Ocho, that's a part of it. You understand. The wife understands. You need to get somebody that understands it's gonna be okay now, babe. We're gonna move around.
Right.
Babe, I got fired today. I got fired today.
That's tough. That's tough though.
Yeah. It's a part.
Hell, especially when you got kids,
think about
you got a wife, you gotta uproot everything.
What about the players that's not Ochocinco and Shannon Sharpe and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning? What about those guys? That's 1 year here, 1 year there, been on 75 teams, 16. What about those guys?
The journeyman?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. That's a tough business, boy.
Yes.
That's a tough business.
And it's like that in the real world. There are a lot of people. Hey, everybody don't get to spend a 20-year career at Apple or Google, or, IBM, Salesforce, whatever the case may be.
Dang.
A lot of times you get a lot of it. Well, hey, I got a new job.
Mm-hmm.
You was in Florida, now you in Texas, so now you in Ohio, now you in Georgia, now you in California, you in Oregon, you in Washington. It just happens a little more frequency when you're dealing with pro sports.
Sports, yeah.
Because it's kind of like year to year. But who knows? I mean, hey, it's not like sometimes in the regular world, like, hey, man, I ain't feeling this job. Hey, I'm up out of there. Yeah. I don't get to say, you know what, man, I ain't really feeling this. And I got 2-3 years left on my contract especially NFL. Now, you can do that in the NBA. Say, I ain't happy somewhere, you're a big time, a big time player. You could force a trade. But for more times than not, Ocho, you sign a contract, you stuck there.
Right.
Footage has emerged of Katt Williams' claim that he can run a sub 4.5 40-yard dash. Now, he came on Club Shay Shay and say, he can run, he athletic. He talk about he shoot hoop. Say he play like 10 games a day in the yard. He say, he box, he lift, he do push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they had him on the basketball court, and it looked like he moving pretty good. I mean,
he moving pretty good, but man, that wasn't no goddamn fofo. Come on now, man. What kind of? Hey, stop playing.
But hold on, how long is the side of a basketball court? I don't think it's 40 yards.
You don't think so?
No, hell no.
That's no. Looking at the video. That's a long way. That's a little ways now. That's a little ways.
I don't think that's no 40 yards.
I know one thing. That wasn't no goddamn fofo. He ain't running that. I know that much. That ain't happening.
That cat.
Yeah, me
man, Katt done came up, Club Shay Shay, man. Man, everybody's still talking about that, Ocho.
Yeah. That was a good
people.
One, listen, that's one for the record right there now.
Yeah, Ocho.
That's one for the record.
I'm talking about people that I would never ever think would know anything about Club Shay Shay, know anything about no Katt Williams.
Right.
I'm talking about white people in the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to say that interview with Katt Williams.
Yeah.
Man,
they gave the thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, the pilot, I'm talking about the flight. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And my assistant was like, man, I didn't know. I'm like, hell, I didn't know either. Right. Nobody knew. Ocho, when you do something like that, look, like I said, I've been doing this now for 3 years. Katt Williams is my 102nd sit down. And I've had some viral moments. Steve Harvey's at 10 million views. You're about 6 million. You're like 300, 400,000 from 6 million views. Coach Prime is the same thing. DC Young Flies at 4 million. I mean, we had some breakout clips, but the difference is between what Katt has done, Katt Williams breakout clips, he got breakout clips, which is like 7 minutes. That's 6 million.
Yeah.
I mean, 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million. I mean, nothing like this. I mean, I said, look, I was hoping for 10 to 15 million. I thought we can get 10 to 15 million. I really did, Ocho. I honestly thought we could do 10 to 15 million with Katt Williams.
Yeah.
But when I see 121,000 watching in a chat, now you was like, okay, where can it go?
Yeah.
And then the first day you do 5 million.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on.
The topics, the things that are being discussed, the things that are being talked about, it commands the ear. It attracts people. I want to hear what he has to say because we didn't know about it.
Right.
Okay. He's exposing and letting the cat out the bag based on things that we didn't know about.
Right.
But he does because that's his world.
Right.
You're not a part of that world. You don't run in those circles, so you don't know those things. I don't run in those circles, so I don't know those things. So I was part of the 120,000 in the goddamn chat because I want to know what's going on too because I love comedy. I like to laugh. I think I'm funny.
Right.
Hell shit. So I want to know what's going on in their world for those that are at the top of the food chain and what they do. And it was interesting. Right. It was interesting. I ain't picking no sides because I know them all. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I love people's truth. I love people's honesty.
And the thing is, Ocho, is about what comedians, the one thing that we know, and they do very well on my platform. DC Young Fly, Ricky Smiley, Said, Steve, we had Jay Farrell.
Right.
They all do extremely well because they know how to entertain. And what they can do is take true things and make them funny. So he's telling you truth, but he's making them funny. He's making you laugh. And all the while you're like, but he's telling the truth. Now that's what the listeners, some of the comments that I've read.
Right.
But it's been I don't think anybody thought this. Because he was on I think he was on Mike Tyson a year ago or something, but he doesn't do a whole lot of sit downs.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was a little surprised, Ocho, when it was like confirmed, okay, Katt's coming in.
Yeah.
I'm like, CJ, you sure? So I was like, man, let me get her. I want to get here early.
Right.
Hey, he showed up early. Hit the door talking ish.
Ready. He ready.
So I'm like, hey, I'm doing my
Right.
Hold a while, because he's steady talking. He's steady talking. So hey, you drink? You're like, yeah, I heard about your cognac. He's telling me he heard about it. I'm gonna see. Now I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't want me, hey, don't give me. He told me don't pour me none if it ain't good, because I'm gonna say it. I said, okay. I said, okay. Hey, I think it's good, but hey, you be the judge.
Right.
Man, Ocho, when like I said, we could have got another 15 minutes while he was standing there, where he was, doing this. Hey, everybody, how you doing? We asked him, do we need anything? He need water. I just need a microphone.
Yeah. Just go.
And I know you can't see me, but y'all saw it. He had he doing this on his pants. He rubbing, he doing this. I said, okay. Let's go. And Jordan laughed because Jordan was like, I look over to my red. Jordan shaking his head. I'm shaking my head too. Everybody. And then the laughter that you could hear, like when he's saying stuff, they like, he for real. I'm like, he's being dead serious, but he making it's so funny.
Funny, right.
But Ocho, he studied. He knew damn near every person that had been on Club Shay Shay. He could tell you a line of what they said, like not on camera, but he can say what they said and make it funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the comedians, he knew everything they had said. I'm talking about damn near verbatim.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just no thing that, okay, I'm going to study you just so I, no. No, he like, we watch tape. You know how we watch tape?
Yeah.
And we watch it, we get that tape, we get that film on late Tuesday, Wednesday, and we watch it Wednesday at practice and Wednesday at home. Thursday at practice and Thursday at home. Friday at practice and Friday at home. And then we get it again Saturday morning, and then we get it again Saturday night before we have the big meeting.
Right.
That's how he studied.
He got to, in order to come on something and have that kind of impact with what you're saying, you got to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. And that's exactly what he did. And that's the reason it's going the way it's going, because he was on point. And he been holding that in for a little minute too now.
Well, he said what he said.
That ain't just started.
Oh,
He's been holding that in for a long time, waiting for the right opportunity to be able to get that off his goddamn chest. And having your platform where it is now, the timing was perfect. And that's why it's going the way it's going.
Ocho, but if you look at it, he hadn't posted anything since the pandemic. That's
and
why I was surprised.
He ain't posted in 3 years?
And so that's why I was surprised when they say it's locked in. When TJ told me it's locked in,
right.
I'm like, I'm like, so, because normally what we do is that when we have a guest on, we'll like send them a link and ask them to post it, or we'll try and collab with them. I mean, the collab was him agreeing to sit down. We hadn't sent him any links. I mean, 32 million. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, even as it's slowing down, Ocho, it's slowing down to do, and we're doing, instead of doing the 10 million, the 12 million that we did, we're doing 4 or 5 million. Still.
That's tough, boy. You know who you would have to talk to, or the type of person you would have to get to even top that, or even come close to that. And in order to top it, it would still have to be something controversial to even get to that point.
Yeah. I don't honestly.
I can't even think of
anybody
that
you'd have to get Michael Jordan, and he'd have to tell you why he retired in 93.
Right.
And why he actually left in 98.
Right.
And go into details about things that he's never shared.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only way.
Somebody LeBron saying the decision, this is what, I mean, it's going to take somebody that's big and not necessarily. Sometimes people think big automatically means views.
It doesn't.
But
because the person has to be interesting as well.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And that's what the comedians can do. If you look at who like really does well, it's comedians.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it has to be an environment where you let them go. See, a lot of times I'm a conversationalist, but let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm an interviewer.
Right.
I can't make it about me by constantly cutting him off.
Right.
Or her off. I got to let them talk. I got to let them get their point across. I got to let them say, because that's the only way. I got to make sure he holds that train of thought, or she holds that train of thought.
Right.
Me constantly interrupting, then the audience will say, man, let him speak. Let him talk.
And it messes up the rhythm. It messes up the rhythm in what they're talking about too.
Yes. Because the first 30 minutes, he unpacked so much in the first 30 minutes. It was almost like a little comedy special in and of itself. Before I got to the point, because at the end of the day, Ocho, we still got to have structure.
Right.
I can't let it be a whole 2 hours and 46 minutes of just free flowing. We got to get structure. Tell us where you're from. Why'd you move here to here? Why'd you do X, Y, and Z?
Right.
Why'd you do, ABC? So we had to have some structure. So while we let him go for 30 minutes, I felt at that point in time, it was time for me to get it back on the tracks.
Right.
And he was cool with that. And then it was like, hey, I got my piece in. Now, what you want to talk about? I'm talking about what you want to talk about. Okay, let's talk about this. I thought he was like, some of the stuff, I mean, when you like, if you notice, you listen to all my guests, the one thing that they always say universal, you really prepared. You done your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have.
You got to, though.
You got to.
You got to.
You earned their respect. They're like, okay, you prepared. And they trust you.
Safe place.
They trust you. A man, females, if a man trusts you, there's nothing that he wouldn't do.
Mm.
Women, men, if a woman trusts you, there's nothing she won't do.
At all. But once that trust is broken,
it boy. Listen, if you on good terms with a woman,
yeah,
and y'all might go y'all separate way.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody stepped to her that shouldn't have, she gonna tell you.
And sometimes she won't, depending on who it is. And that tells you all you need to know. Huh? And there's one thing about
Ocho, it ain't what they tell you, it's what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
That's what should concern you.
Hey, that's the issue, and that's the problem out there. Huh? It's not what you see, it's what you didn't see.
For sure.
Sometimes you catch something, right? Sometimes you catch something and you see it, and you be like, well, damn, if I saw that little bit, I wonder what happened that I didn't see.
But see, Ocho, you drive yourself crazy with that, though. Ocho.
You can't do that. I don't do that now. I ain't got no problem with that. One thing about it, human error is inevitable.
Yeah.
Human error is inevitable. And one thing that I've always been able to do is I'm very good at managing my expectations of those I'm dealing with great understanding that of human nature, and error is inevitable at some point. Being perfect is damn near impossible. You can strive to be that, but mistakes are going to happen. It's going to happen. So what I've always managed my expectations of any and everybody.
Man, a mistake is leaving your phone in the rental car.
I mean,
or leaving your computer on the airplane. That's a mistake.
Listen,
falling into some hoo-ha, or letting somebody fall into you. That ain't no. You over your leg for another man ain't no mistake.
Oh, you leaving, Unc? What you doing? No,
I'm just saying.
I'm just asking. You leaving?
I'm leaving where?
If you would a woman and she sleep with somebody else, you leaving?
Whew, how long we been at this thing, Ocho? Because the longer you've been at it, the harder it is to leave.
Yeah.
Especially if you love them.
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'm with you when you're right. Did you hear? Managing expectations.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things why we hurt so much when someone does something that we don't expect, or when someone does something that is, oh, I thought you loved me. You know,
they do.
But I can still love you and do this and that because there's really no feelings towards or in what it is what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying to keep it PG because I'm we got my kids watching, but it's I just still think to this fact through experience throughout my years.
Yeah, for sure.
Throughout my years, Chad, y'all stay with me now.
Yeah.
It just
stay with him now.
Things can happen and you can love someone and still mess up, I think, at times. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
But here's the thing, Ocho. You can't ask more than you're willing to give.
Yeah.
Now, if you do something.
Baby? Come on, baby. My baby just woke up. What?
Rhea?
Yeah. Come here, baby. Come here. Come say hi to Aunt. Nah, you don't look at mess. Come here now. Come on. Don't do me like that. Come here now. Because sometimes people say I'm always talking about, hey, Rhea, and you ain't really here. No, come here, baby. Come on, real quick. You look good. Don't do me like that. Come on, just say hey to Aunt real quick. Oh, goddamn, you look good too.
Hey, Rhea.
Yeah, that's my baby right there, boy.
Yeah, but my thing is, Ocho, you can't ask more than you're willing to give.
Yeah, you're right.
If you do something, you ask her you can't be wrong because sometimes I think as a man it's so one-sided. We always ask for forgiveness and leniency. Right. But if it's the shoes on the other foot,
it's a double standard, boy.
Yeah,
it's a double standard. Fellas don't play that. But if you move funny that way, you got to go. because I think for us as men, you can't recover from that. You can't recover from if she goes out and does X, Y, and Z or does some of the things that you've done. Oh, now you're up in arms. She did you to you. Oh, now it's a problem. Oh, now it's a problem.
But see, Ocho, but here's the thing.
Right.
The thing, Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when you date in private, you can break up in private.
Boy,
if something like that happens, you can deal with it in private.
Right.
But if you date publicly,
mm-hmm.
you got to break up publicly, and you have to deal with the infidelity on one side or the other publicly.
Right. Yeah.
Robert Smith said, I think it's time for the Jags to cut bait with Lawrence. I like the Eagles did for Wentz, get it all before people realize who he is. He's just Daniel Jones. If Jones was the first overall pick.
Did he say cut Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Man, he tripping.
Now, Trevor Lawrence did not play well today. He didn't play well today.
He didn't play well today, but he been playing, got some damn good football throughout the year. But you talking about cutting Trevor Lawrence because of today's game? Come on now.
I think the thing what hurt so much for a Jags fan, you were 8-3. And then once they got to 8-3, the Jaguars sent out a text a tweet, purchase your playoff tickets.
The playoff tickets. Yeah. You can't do that. Hey, do you never count your chickens? Never count your chickens before they hatch.
Ocho, I mean, sometimes look here. I don't let my chickens hatch. I smash the eggs. I go on and take them out. That's what I do for mine, Ocho. But you see, but Ocho, but you know what happened? You know when you gambling and you burn them and you touch the money. Yeah. And you're like, hold on, bro. Let me put my cards down.
Yeah. Don't touch
burn
that.
The money. You don't burn the money, Ocho. It's over now. You might as well just go ahead and go ahead and touch it. Take it. I don't even want it. Nah, I don't think that. I think Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback.
Yeah. He's a franchise quarterback at that. Sure. He ain't just shit. It's about cut Trevor Lawrence.
Justin Felder donated and said, hey, hoping you guys give my daughter Riley and me, Justin, a birthday shout out. Our birthdays are January 8th and she's turning 2. She's the best birthday present I've ever received. Thanks in advance. Huge fan of you and Big Ocho. Justin, happy birthday to you and Riley. Your birthday is tomorrow, January the 8th. Congratulations. She's turning 2. Happy birthday, Riley. Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday. Birthday. And I mean, y'all Capricorns. Capricorn, your birthday is on the 8th. I'm on the 9th. I'm going to be 56. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait. I can't wait to 2 days. You know what's funny? I got to fly. I'm flying on my birthday, man.
You flying on your birthday?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow.
Well, you better shake the covers the night before.
With who?
Rail. What do you mean who?
Oh,
you mean who?
Nah,
you better get slapped in your mouth.
Nah.
Hey, let's edit this out. Hey, you better shake the covers before you did. Not after this.
I'm on my cycle. I can't do nothing. Hey, listen. Before I go to work, one thing I don't do before I leave every Monday. You know, I got to fly to Philly.
Yeah,
I got to do inside the NFL in Jersey. I never ever partake in horizontal activity before I get on the plane to go to work because I need my mind clear. Mm-hmm. I need my mind clear so I can focus and know what I'm going to talk about.
What about? Let me ask you a question. With Rail, before Rail go out, she going out with the girls.
Yeah.
What? You just let her go?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
You better not. Hey, she's like, what you think about this here? I think it look good. It's gonna be on the floor quickly. Yes, sir. You gotta be on the floor real quick.
That's rude. That's rude.
That ain't rude.
Now we got.
I ain't gonna mess her hair up. I ain't gonna mess her hair up or makeup. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the air on down. I'm gonna turn the fans on so it's nice about 60 degrees.
Right.
But oh yes, sir.
Yeah. Nah, we can't. I don't operate.
So why do it all up in your face? You all in her face. You don't know what she did before she got there. I'm like that for sure.
Nah, we strict over here. We have a schedule. It's on the refrigerator.
Our schedule.
We stick by that.
I woke up. That's the schedule. Get it in.
We can't. It's different over here. We got kids, man. We got a lot. So it's a lot of moving parts over here. So we can't really just be as fun and free as we'd like to.
Hey, it's skin 30 for me. Anytime I see skin, it's on. Skin 30, Ocho.
Skin 30. You know what? I'm gonna take your advice tonight, man.
I don't care who tell it.
I know she did. There you go, Ray. That Ray will put it in bed. That's what I do it. I do it, Ocho.
Hey, she drunk.
No, she ain't drunk.
She drunk. She drunk.
She ain't drunk. If Dallas go through the 49ers, if Juan Cardoza said, if Dallas go through the 49ers but don't win the Super Bowl, is that getting paid again? Yes, he's getting paid no matter what. And the chain costs more. And who chains costs more, yours or Ocho? I don't know. There's a little something right here. There ain't a little something.
People, how I am. You know how I am with not spend no money. These are one of the few pieces I do own. I'm a little Cuban. If you in the chat and you from Miami, this the only way they understand this.
I'm gonna get me one like Buster got. Buster Rhymes. You see that big one Buster got?
That's
Buster can pull a car with that one.
That's too much. This is my Cuban link, right? This from Miss B. If you know about Miss B in Liberty Market, I got this from Miss B years ago. Little chain and bracelet from Miss B. You know, gold don't lose no value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gold don't lose no value. So one of the few things that I purchased that is real. And I like this. I like this.
I tell you another thing.
I normally wear this with my Dickies. I normally wear this when I wear my Dickies and stuff, but I just put it on tonight because the baby party was the day.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the baby party was the day.
She turned how old? She 1?
2.
2?
Yeah, she talking. She talking too.
Hey, yeah. I tell you what else don't lose value.
What?
Unc. Hey, whoever invested in Unc, hey, the price is going up.
Yeah. Hey, yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Ain't today's price.
I like it.
Laney Ray, hey guys, congratulations on 700K. Ocho said his stripper name was Twix.
Yeah.
Shannon, if you had a stripper name, if you were a stripper back in the day, what would your stripper name be?
That's a good one.
They're going to call me Black Diamond because I be shining.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Black Diamond. Okay.
Coming to stage 1.
Hey, boy. Hey, listen, them days when I used to dance the right track was crazy, man. And now it was crazy. Crazy days. It's all about survival, man. Where I come from, it's about survival. So you do the things necessary where you need to survive, as long as it doesn't put you 6 feet under or don't have you behind bars. And I did what I had to do. And dancing in 1997, it built character. It built character for me, and not being shy. It helped me learn to speak in public, because obviously, being in the nude in front of women, it helped me be able to speak in front of large crowds, and it just made me different. It made me different, and I got a better understanding as well. Always as a dancer, the women of size, the women of health, the big bone, they tip good. They tip good, because I'm 20 years old and making goddamn $2,500 a night on a weekend. But that's a lot of money, boy.
But the thing is, the thing what women need to understand, everybody ain't fun size. So they be, you know what I'm saying, Ocho?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. I understand. I'm a fairly large man. I'm not 245, 250.
Right.
I'm fairly strong. But now, I mean, to try to hold a woman that's 180, 200 like this here, come on now. Come on, baby. Work with me.
Right.
The dresser, the table. I can't. I mean, to hold you, I don't drop you, but I got to brace myself so I don't put my back out.
Right.
And then don't drop you. Come on now, work with your man.
Yeah,
I understand that look good. I mean, but you ain't 5'2", 120.
They got to understand their limits.
Yeah, they see them look. They he had me up on the washer and dry. I was in the kitchen. He was walking all around. Walk where? Hell, I can barely hold your hand. You talking about hold you up? Come on now. Come on, work with me now.
Hey, hell no. Hey, that's a good one.
Hey, Faith said my name, if I was a stripper, would be Blue Diamond Phillips.
Hey, that's a good one. Blue Diamond Phillips.
Man, y'all need to stop with that, Ocho. Unc Ocho J said, Unc and Ocho, who could cook a better breakfast between you two? Ocho, I ain't gonna lie. You look like the type that turn on the oven light if someone tells you to preheat the oven. Ocho, I already know you can't cook.
Who can't cook?
Ochocinco Johnson.
Can I ask you a question?
You sure can.
You know me.
I do.
The people know me. The
Yeah.
world knows me. If I don't spend no money, how you think I got the woman? How you think I got my woman?
Spent money on her.
No, through her stomach. Through her stomach. I be cooking. I went to Le Cordon Bleu out here in Miami. I went to culinary art school. That's how you get your woman. You cook, you get your woman through her stomach, not through your pockets. That's why she here. I kept her fed.
You ain't got no meat like that there, Ocho.
Huh?
Man, talking about you all his stomach. I don't know what you talking about.
I kept her fed. I'm telling you, I can cook breakfast, lunch, dinner.
What we talking about? What I think when you talk about you? Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, Ocho.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That what you do?
Yeah.
Look, I'm only a breakfast guy, so French toast, stuff like that. I can do
French toast.
That's it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
So you talk about cooking for you, like for you?
No,
like
I'm saying things that I can cook. French toast, pancakes. I can make breakfast food, grits, stuff like that. I can make breakfast food. I ain't finna tell nobody. I ain't finna tell no woman lie to some woman to say, oh, I can cook oxtail, or I can cook neck bones, or collard greens, or I can't do all that. Ain't no sense in me lying. But I can hire somebody that can.
Oh, yeah, I ain't trying to spend no money. I'm cooking for me. That's what I went to school for. You go to school, you learn different types of trades so you don't have to pay nobody else to do it. And that's what I did. Man. Handyman. Listen, not only that, around the house, I do everything. We got sofas. I built the sofas. We got futons. I built the futons.
Well, you come to my house, you better stand the whole while. Don't sit on them sofas.
What happened?
What happened? What did happen? You said I never want to. I just said, if I was you, I'll stand with my hands in my pocket. I just said, Ocho.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey.
That's on you. You want to sit down, have a seat. Hey, when somebody, have a seat. Where should I sit? Wherever you tell me I should sit, I'm sitting the opposite place.
Man, come on, man. Are you shot?
Hey, Ocho, what's the funniest story you ever told a girl to go out on a date with you?
The funniest story I ever told a girl to go out on a date with me. Funniest story. You know what? I don't have a funny story, but to eliminate rejection and to eliminate her having the ability to say no, I can tell you what I did to make sure she wasn't able to say no.
Would you put something in a pocket?
Nope. So if I saw a young lady that I was interested in, and obviously, and I don't use I'm old. I ain't like that. So I approach respectful manner. I'm playing around, and I got a phone in my hand, and I walk up and acting like, you know what, miss, I'm sorry to bother you, but my phone it just died real quick, and I just want to make a quick call. It's nothing important. I want to call my grandma. I always say someone important, so there's really no inclination to be like, hell no, I ain't using my phone. I say my mama, want to call my grandma real quick. Boom. And if she let me, they always go for it because I look like it's something wrong, like it's really something wrong, and I got to make the call. Boom. I sit there, call my phone, and wait. It's already back in my pocket, and wait good till the ring. I feel the vibration. You know what? I really appreciate that. Thank you. Wait about 5 minutes and text, and then text. You already got it, so it eliminates the part of rejection.
Right.
And you got to
giving you a bogus bogus number.
You can't. Yeah. No. That's
what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about them because you say, okay, can I have your number?
That wouldn't happen though. Yeah. That wouldn't happen. But I just
to
break the ice, and then now you pass stage one. Now you're on stage two.
Right.
Now the text message. You know what? I ain't really feel like dealing with any rejection or any indecisiveness. But now that I do have your number, we're going to dinner.
Man,
I'm not even.
Ocho.
No, you're not listening. I'm not asking. I'm saying in the first text message,
we going to dinner.
we going to dinner.
Why
I've
didn't you
done
just
that, and I just like that. I've done that before.
why didn't you just say that? Why didn't you say, hey, I would love to take you to dinner?
Nah. Because I don't like playing that game. When you first meet somebody, I don't like playing that game. They're just indecisive. They overthinking.
She
they
said,
analyzing.
Block.
Nah, nope. Straight to dinner. Hey, it was less than 24 hours. We was out. We was out to eat.
Oh yeah.
It don't take long.
Well, you know me, Ocho.
Sure.
You know me. I've been somewhat serious, but I kind of been silly a while. So I was in Colorado, and this pilot had to be like 90s.
Uh-huh.
So I saw this chick, and
I bet she had short hair. She had short hair.
How you know?
I can tell. I just know because as soon as you said 90s, I was like, you know what? I bet she had a short
that thing
hair.
crop. But she was, she was Caucasian.
Right.
But she was, when I say she was fat,
yeah.
Lord have mercy. So you know me, hey, I was like, hey, I said, hey, what's your name? She told me her name.
Yeah.
I said, damn, girl, I sure want to take you out.
Yeah.
She said, I've never been out with a black guy. I said, hell, me either. Come on, let's go. Come on with it. I don't know. I ain't never been out with one either. So that made you over. Come on. We both getting something new.
Hey, was she serious? Was she was lying?
She was dead ass, yes.
Yeah.
She said, I've never dated a black guy before. I said, hell, me either. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
No. I mean, but I agree with you. I've been very hesitant because I hate saying no, and then I hate to like introduce myself to somebody and to find out they married or I was like, damn. And now I just
you gotta pay attention to the finger.
I mean, sometimes they might have been working out or they didn't have their ring on.
Okay.
Or especially if they got a boyfriend. I was like, oh. And then
let me stop right there. Ladies and fellas in the chat, don't let no boyfriend or girlfriend stop you from finding your husband or your wife. Don't do that.
Okay, Ocho.
Ladies and fellas in the chat, don't let no boyfriend, we talk about boyfriend or girlfriend, stop you from finding your husband or your wife. Just because there's a goalie in net doesn't mean you can't score. Just because there's a goalie in net doesn't mean you can't score.
I don't know, Joe. I just feel
don't let no boyfriend or girlfriend stop you from finding your goddamn wife. Now, this right here.
Yeah. You already taking you off the market.
That's off limits. You're off the market like Boston.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing, though. Just because you don't order don't mean you can't read the menu. I mean, sometimes they'll leave the menu. They'll leave the menu there for you to order. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They say, would you like me to test? I say, no, I'm still looking. Rail gonna hit you upside your head.
No, she's not. No, we good because with the stuff I'm talking about, this way before she even thought of me. This way before this is all before she jumped. She slid in my DM being thirsty.
Oh, she was thirsty?
Dog, boy, she was thirsty. I'm like, God damn, how many times you gonna send me a message? If I saw the first three and I didn't respond, why you send the fourth one? Because
then she waited, but then she all of a sudden she looked at her cash app and that thing was overflowing. like a sink that's backed up. It was just overflowing.
Nah, I ain't listen. I'm like, damn, little mama, just chill. I get to you when I can. That's how it was. And she was all like, I just I wanted to meet you, and I would just I would vibe, and I'm like, damn, thirsty?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Andre Resto said, the cognac is on point. Ocho, can you say a prayer for my cousin, Lauren Bubba Dodson? Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just an Eagles fan.
Oh. Hey, my Eagles gonna be all right, man. My Eagles gonna be all right. They gonna first round of playoffs. They finna win the game. Winning cures all. They got to come out and win. They got to. Winning cures all.
Dear Unc Ocho, do athletes have the same fear of returning home after success as rappers due to violence, with the occurrence of such Young Dolphs and PNB Rocks death happening consistently? Did you fear going back to Liberty City?
Nah, not at all. I mean, obviously where I'm from, I think that the eras are different.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you got to think, when I was coming up in Liberty City, those fellas that was moving like that, there was a huge amount of respect for me even then before I made it, and that huge amount of respect was still there once I left. When I was younger and coming up, me trying to be cool and do what they doing, and man, if you don't get your ass, I told you this story before, man. If you don't get your ass from around here, man, this ain't what you do. You ain't even living like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to in today's society, or it's more like, oh yeah, come on.
Oh, come on. Hey, man, look who I'm hanging with such and such. Nah, they would never let that happen.
But them boys ain't play that back then, man. Boy, you play football, man. Carry your ass on.
Right.
And still to this day, and when I made it, it was more out of love when I come home. Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
my homeboys, they was always like, hey, I go down there, pull up, we talk to them. Hey, Sharpe, I'm about to make this move, man. I get at you.
Yeah, you got.
Hey, go head on. And if I see them, I was somewhere. I said, hey, man, I'm headed back to town. Y'all need a ride. I said, nah, Sharpe. You know what I got on me, man. The last thing I want is you get pulled over. They see me in your car, they're gonna pull you over, and you're gonna be the headline. Bro, you put Glenville, you and your brother got Glenville on the map. We ain't gonna even do it.
Yeah.
They looked out for me.
Yeah.
So they were my homies were never gonna put me in harm's way. Mm-hmm. But I had the utmost respect. It wasn't like, okay, now I'm this. I grew up with them.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed, I was in the NFL, but I still my homeboy.
Right.
Because a lot of times when I had to come back, they're like, hey man, tell him I play. Hey, Sharpe, tell him I played ball with you. Tell him I was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, you was all right. Man, come on, Sharpe. So it was always like that. I never looked down on them because all of a sudden I was in the NFL or I had a nice car. But I always treat them the same.
Listen, I treat those dudes, during that era. Obviously, if you know about Liberty City during that time, obviously people in the chat and people that would probably hear this, they wouldn't be fond of it. But it was my surroundings. It's the people that I grew up with. The things that they did, you obviously you wouldn't like, and you would obviously say, well, why do you condone? I'm not condoning the things that they did, but it was all I knew at the time. Those are the people I grew up with. I didn't do the things they did, and it is what it is. So I always considered myself. I left Liberty City without really leaving, if that makes sense. You get where I'm going.
Yeah,
so when I made it to the NFL, I was still a representation of where I was from, and I was still me, mouth full of goals. The shit talking, the having fun, the playing the game like a little kid, and it was cool. And I think they enjoyed that, the fact that I never did change. And I'm not saying I did it for them, just the fact that I refused to change and I just stayed true to my authentic self. And it was always love, and still to this day.
Yeah,
still to this day.
Well, that's how it is. Because even when I left, they still looked out. Everybody looked out. They knew my sister. They knew my grandmother. They looked after my sister. They looked after my grandmother because that's the kind of respect that they had for me and my brother.
Right.
That's the kind of, the way we carried ourselves. We never carried ourselves that we thought we were better than anybody else. Mm-hmm. But I knew that it wasn't about me and my brother because my sister and my grandmother was still there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times my grandmother was home by themselves. But knock on wood, they would have never disrespected me and my brother like that. Yeah. They did something to my granny or my sister. So I take my hat off to them because they looked after them because when we were away, but we come home, we have, I have a cookout, invite everybody over. Mm-hmm. Hey, don't bring nothing but your appetite. Crab legs, jumbo prawns, hamburger, steaks, hot dogs, all the liquor, you name a liquor, I had it. Budweiser, back the truck up, beer, Coors Light, Coors Light gave me all the beer that I wanted, and we just sit and have a good time. And so they were all
okay.
No, I was saying they were always very respectful of me and my brother, and realized that what we were able to do and put Glenville on the map and the way we conducted ourselves while but they looked out after my sister and my grandmother.
And you think about it too, when you're young, especially during that time as a little kid growing up, you want to, especially where I'm from in that area, it's only two ways to go. I wasn't finna be no goddamn academic scholar. We know that.
Right.
I'm just saying, I got young fellas, man, 14, 15 years old, riding around in goddamn Chevys out in the streets, getting money and doing whatever it is necessary. And when you see that as a youngster, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to do the same thing they're doing because that's what everybody's doing based on where you from. But the fact that they wouldn't allow me to do that all the way back then, because understanding that that's not my lane and that's not what I do.
Yeah, that's not you.
I was able to make it, dude. I still talk to these dudes to this day. Obviously, let me see, two of them, the head honchos,
right.
They locked up, but they able to get to me, over the phone and just to be able to. We talk about them old times, man, on Hadley Park back in the days. Wow, it was some good days, man. Some good days.
Dijon Dominique said, as an entrepreneur, Shannon, I need to ask you, why did you sign with the Volume? Colin's a cool guy, but I feel like you shouldn't have to split anything with anyone. Anybody. You build it. Give us insight. Well, here's the thing. Because what transpired at Fox happened so unexpectedly, I didn't have the infrastructure or the know-how of what I was doing because Fox was doing everything. I was just shooting the content, and then we were splitting it. And so I probably should have been thinking, but that's on me because I wasn't thinking far enough ahead because I'm thinking everything's going to be gravy for the foreseeable future. Mm. Obviously, that wasn't the case. So at the time that it happened, I really didn't have a whole lot of options because I didn't have the infrastructure and I didn't have the know-how to do what I needed to do. Now, you ask me this next year, we might have a different conversation. You ask me about this in 2 years, we might have a different conversation. Mm-hmm. But being with Colin, having an opportunity to talk to Colin, knowing Colin a little bit from working at the same company, his little studio was right across from ours, and we didn't converse much. But Colin's always been a big supporter because even when I was flying my own self out to be on Colin's show, he would always ask, what does he want to talk about? And I would just feedback, I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Football, basketball, it doesn't matter the topic. I just want to talk. I just want to get on television so people can see me talk about something other than football. So if you want to talk about basketball, let's talk about basketball. You want to talk about life, let's talk about life. But I just wanted to let people see that I can talk about something other than football. So he's always been a big proponent of mine, and he was one of the main ones like, you guys need to hire that guy. He's a star. Mm-hmm. And so it just meant a lot to me that he thought enough of me that I could do what I did because there are hold on. Y'all say why decide with the Volume. There were others, I don't need to get into it, that didn't want to do it. Because what Colin says, I want to partner with you. I don't want you to come up under me. Everybody else says, well, you come up under us and do X, Y, and Z. No, Colin says, I want to be a partner. I want you to be a partner. Okay, let's do this. So it's been great. Hopefully he's benefited. I know I've benefited. We've learned a lot along the way. And I think it's been beneficial for both of us. Casey said, hey, Unc Ocho, how do you figure out what drives you in life and how do you keep that flame from going out? Love the show. How wise you both are.
But it's easy to see why my flame ain't going out and what continues to drive me. I got mouths to feed. Forget the bills. I got tuitions to pay. Right. You got to remember, I got a son at Arizona State. I have a daughter at Prairie View A&M. Mm-hmm. I have a daughter at University of Kentucky. I have a son at Arizona State University. Shit, they go to flame right there. They go to flame. I ain't got time for the flame to go out, mama. Oh, I ain't even finished. I have let me start with the Angels.
2-year-old.
I got 2-year. I got French fry. Huh?
Yeah.
Baby Kennedy. Baby Kennedy has a sister as well. Cha-Cha. My son, 14. Birthday was on the 7th. Man, shit. What keep me going? There you go right there. It's simple.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing for me. My desire to be great in anything that I do.
That too.
I mean, why waste my time if I can't be great at it, if I can't be the best at it? Not saying that I'm going to be the best, but I'm damn sure going to try.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use every ounce. Look, are there more people that someone might be more talented than me and someone that can create better content than me? Mm-hmm. That's something that I can't control. One thing that I can control is my work ethic. Nobody's going to outwork me. So what I lack in creativity, what I may lack in smarts and know-how,
Mm-hmm.
I more than make up for it in work.
Right.
And I'm going to have people that's around me that's going to work.
Right.
And I don't want to say it. Don't tell me it can't be done. Just say, well, Shannon, I haven't done it yet. Or we haven't done it yet.
Or at least try.
Yes. So my motivation is to be great at what I do, to work as hard as I possibly can, to know my grandmother and grandfather looking down and they're very proud, to make my sister proud, to make my mom proud, my brother, my kids, people that Glenville, everything that I do, I'm a representative of Glenville, Georgia. I'm a representative of Savannah State. I want people to look at somebody from an HBCU and say, you know what? He might have didn't have the best of everything, but he made the most of everything that he had.
Yeah.
And so, look, and that's what the difference is. You know, somebody might have went to Harvard or Yale or NYU. Or, I went to an HBCU, but you won't outwork me because I already know I had it stacked against me from the jump.
Yeah, from the beginning.
I made it to 55. I made it to 55. So you mean to tell me you don't think I can accomplish anything I put my mind to? I made it 55. My dad was 39. He had two brothers that didn't make it to 50. So I already beat it. Man, I lived 16 years longer than my dad. 16. Bro, I can accomplish anything. And that's how I approach it. Now, do I sometimes lose myself in the outside world and forget that there's other things other than work? Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, you
and
got
my
to have,
tell me all the time.
You got to have balance. You got to have balance because all working.
I don't believe there's a balance to greatness.
Yeah, you can't do that though. You can't consume yourself. You can't consume. You got to have some type of balance. I think that's where we're gonna have to work. That's what we got to work on with you. We got to work on finding you some balance in 2024. Because if you don't have balance and you're trying to always achieve greatness, then you're gonna lack in other areas of life as well.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, who gonna push you when you're 80 then? Who gonna push your wheelchair?
Hey, nobody, because that thing still gonna work. They'll put me. Hey, I push myself. Come on. I been a thing like here. Come on. I had a thing red or Ocho.
Boy, you
hell. Unc and Chad, we love the show. Question for Unc. You say Jared's the greatest wide receiver ever. Because of all the stats and accolades, does that mean the greatest running back of all time is Emmett? Can you give us a shout out? Much love. No. Jared not only have the greatest stat, he got everything. I mean, so when you base it, I mean, Barry has just as many Pro Bowls, just as many first team All Pros, I don't know. I think how many MVPs did Emmett win? 1 or 2?
Well, let me spit this out. Hold on.
Go ahead. Right. How many Barry got? Because Barry got 10 Pro Bowls. How many first team All Pros? Yeah. First team total. And Emmett only has 2, 3, 4 All Pros. Okay. So, no, I just think the thing is, for what I saw, but no, I don't look at it like that, because you look at Barry. Barry had more Pro Bowls, more All Pro selections than Emmett. They both had one regular season MVP. Emmett had a postseason MVP, which is a Super Bowl. But when you look at Jerry had 13 Pro Bowls. Randy had 6. Jerry had 10. How many All Pros? 10? 10 All Pros. Randy had 4. The discrepancy is so vast. And the numbers. I mean, what? You say, but Randy got something, he mossed him. Okay. They created the yak for Jerry. Yards after catch. That's Jerry. Yards after catch. Rack. Run after catch. Come on, man. I'm not talking. And that's not like, look, if you like Randy, you like Randy. But for me, based on what I saw,
hey.
So as far as Pro Bowls, Barry has more Pro Bowls than Emmett, and he played yet less years. Barry has more All Pros than Emmett, and he played less years. Randy had his last 1,000-yard season at age 32. Jerry had his last 1,000-yard season at 40. A Super Bowl MVP, 2 Offensive Players of the Year. And the man told you he play hard when he want to. The guy asked Ocho, he said, because I said Jerry was the greatest wide receiver because of all the stats.
I heard him.
Does that mean Emmett?
Emmett is the better. Yeah, I heard him.
No, because there are a lot of people that said Jim Brown was a better running back. Walter Payton was a better running back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I mean, Jimmy only played 9 years. The guy won the MVP as a rookie. Tell me the rookie you think is going to come in and win MVP. That's what Jim Brown did. As a rookie, he won the MVP as a rookie.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me the rookie that's going to come in and win Defensive Player of the Year. That's what Lawrence Taylor did. Not only did he win Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, he won League Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. Now, remind you, the sack didn't become an official stat until 1982. LT got in the league in 81.
Yeah, you got to be, you know how great you have to be.
Yes.
You got to be leaps and bounds above everybody else to come in as a rookie.
Because they ain't getting rookies anything.
Nah, you got
to earn it.
You got to be really, 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 really good at what you do.
Yeah.
Really good.
So that's where I'm at on that. Ocho, I know
who the greatest receiver of all time is.
Jerry Rice?
Ocho.
I don't know, Ocho. I think, you know what? I think your title about to be gone in about 5 more years.
What?
Lamar Chase gonna be that boy.
He that boy now. He that boy before it.
So
I know who the greatest entertainer of all. I know who the greatest entertainer ever that has ever wore an NFL helmet. I know who that is.
Whoa. See, now you going too far. See, Ocho, see, you was doing good.
I know who that is.
I mean, they already voted your boy the best. I'm better trash talking to you. That's what they voted.
Man, child, please.
What they voted?
Child, please. The voters lied.
Okay, hold on. We got one more question, Ocho.
All right. You got work tomorrow?
I do.
What time you got to be there?
Jimmy Matthew donated. He said the question is for Ocho. Will the wife write a book or do any speaking on her transition from jumping out of airplanes to a successful businesswoman? I believe her story would be great.
Hey, that's a good one.
Huh?
That's a good question. Baby, come here real quick. You got to answer this question. I'm dead ass here. I'm not even playing. You got to answer this question because you're better suited to answer a question about you than I am. Now, go ahead. Tell her again, Aunt.
They asked us a question. They said, "Are you plan on writing a book or speaking on your transition from jumping out of airplanes to being a successful businesswoman?"
Oh, y'all know about me. I thought about it. I probably would eventually.
Eventually.
That's it?
They asked a question.
But you
got to go into detail about why.
Okay.
That'll be in the book.
Oh.
That'll be in the book. You ain't gonna be in the book, Ocho.
Who?
You.
I'm the one I'm doing the writing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Man, ain't gonna be nothing but some run-on sentences.
Oh no.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We will be back tomorrow after the national championship game. The Dolphins lose to the Bills 21-14. The Cowboys run all over the Commanders 38-10. And Jameis has some splaining to do. But thank 702. Oh, and thank you. We're officially at 702,000 subscribers, Ocho. 702. So thank you. Thank you for joining for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85. Chad, Ochocinco, Johnson, route runner extraordinaire, Bengals legend. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow after the national championship game.
I love you.